Hello everyone, welcome back to D&D. I am messing everything up already, but yeah, we're back for the final season finale with everyone here. And as you can see, we got the VTubing models up and running for those who are VTubers. And then we have the man who's going to shoot them all.
Glory.
Yes, and then we have the man who's going to shoot them all in their sleep because he is a man that has a crossbow.
I'm in danger.
Yes.
Hey, we're here with this stream, and everyone is here, literally missing 2 people.
Missing. We're
Wait, who's the second person we're missing?
You know, the one that, you know, the wizard.
yes.
We have a wizard?
Exactly.
Boy, it would have been nice of him to eat some of those counter spells targeted at me recently, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah.
I'm not
anyway.
upset.
Yeah.
We're
Technically, he
digressing.
was there.
Let's
He was
get
putting out
this
the
show on
fires,
road.
but they didn't see him as a threat, so they didn't use it on him.
Anyway.
Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road. So, who wants to recap what happened last time? Actually, wait, real fast, a quick announcements. We gotta go fast today because River and Pune here have, or Martin, have a thing they have to go to later. Another D&D game of sorts. So.
Wow, now I'm gonna get D-dust because you said my real name.
Yeah, how dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My
God,
name's-
next thing you know, you'll be telling everyone that he lives in Sweden.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Anyway, Nana is around somewhere. She'll hopefully join later.
She's sleeping, like always.
She's sleeping.
As always, she'll join in like to the session at 30 minutes late with fucking
Oh god, there's a wave of people coming. Hope I don't mind. What's going on now? Oh boy.
You're welcome.
I'm woke. Oh, hello. Oh right, you have the games. You have the game store, don't you? As hosting us.
Yes.
Hi, game store. Welcome. You're gonna watch Yakuza here probably die, but we'll get to that in a
No,
moment.
don't tell them!
He's already trying to hide under the desk.
I have to
Like-
see them tomorrow!
The likelihood-
Give him hell.
Mistakes, and the party needs to, correct him.
Give Yakuza hell. Anyway, quick announcement. So, schedule is a little wonky this week and next week, but we will be having another D&D session next week instead of the bi-weekly like normal, just to get back onto the proper schedule, so we don't have to worry about losing a couple players super early for other games that they already have planned and committed. So that's one thing. The other change is that, as you can tell, the throwing system is currently disabled because I didn't bother setting it up for today. So, sorry, River, you can't throw anything at me today. But,
Refund my goddamn.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'll try and enable it before the end of the stream and throw, like, 100 things at me. I'll do that. Sound fair? Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but as you can tell, the Wrath and Glory are set to 3. This is how each session is going to be starting. Oh my god, that was not fun.
My model is
Yeah,
just-
so the Wrath and Glory system, pretty much, the Glory is special dice of inspiration that allow all the players at any time on their attack saves, ability checks, or saving throws to add a d6 to their dice rolls to increase their chances of success. And vice versa, the Wrath dice are for me, the DM, to utilize for any of my NPCs for the exact same reason. And I mean any
Can
NPC.
Quick question. Can I use a glory dice to reduce an enemy's save?
No.
Okay.
No, we cannot. Only magic can do that. So I'm
They're
sorry.
already plotting against me.
They are. But without further ado, who wants to recap what happened last time?
Let's.
I've done the recap.
No, wait. I want Hung Yakusha to try to spin this.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say, I've done the recap every time, so in true form, we should have Hangakusha do it this time.
The fact neither of you two have paid for your VTube studio is...
It's also fun too.
Are you shitting me? I'm a professional DM and a full-time streamer. I'm broke, dude. Playing one of my D&D games, then bitch about me not spending money on things.
Anyway,
You contribute in this house.
Hyakusha, do you want to recap the episode from last time?
All right, I got this.
There were some
Oh.
complications.
Hey, that's his recap. So, anyways, we got back to the village. We were fucking palling around, having a great time. They threw a big feast for us. Then some dudes showed up, set the whole thing on fire, started kidnapping all the women, children, and one dude that we rescued. I heroically knocked out a villager in order to save their life. We managed to, stop most of them from getting taken, but Hangakusha had one job, which was protecting the dwarf lady and her kid, and he utterly failed at that. So there goes River running invisible through the woods, tracking out the bandits that took them. Oh, and they all have shit geared around just countering me specifically. So these motherfuckers have done their research. Counterspell rings on each and every one of them, and their leader can cast see invisibility. So I spent an hour hidden in a tree this whole time waiting for the party to arrive. They arrived. We started another fight. I got knocked out during it, but we managed to at least fight them long enough that their leader was like, hey, wait a minute. We're actually on the same side. Here, let me tell you all these things that we're going to tell you. Oh, and my bodyguard shot me. I forgot about that. Anyways, as he was about to do so, Hangakusha goes, I have a dark and edgy backstory. Would you like to hear it? We're all like, hey, man, maybe after we hear this guy explain things. Then Hangakusha
That's
says,
not what
"No,
I
right
said."
now, and snaps his neck.
That is not
You-
what I said.
You had your chance on Yakusha to try to
Don't
explain.
add that lie.
It's not a lie. It's what definitely what happened.
No,
take
it's not what
backsies.
happened. I never
It's
said
close.
anything about my background.
It's close
Don't
enough
take
to what
backsies.
happened, but yes, Hanyakusha, from out of nowhere, reaches out to the leader of the bandits, and just snaps his neck in front of everyone.
Anyways, I started blasting, and I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on Hangakusha.
God damn it.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yes,
It is a wisdom
It is a wisdom save.
And he is a monk. Oh wait, never mind. He doesn't have any wisdom.
Yep. Wait, hold on. I actually have to ask this. Hangakusha, do you have an intelligence score of less than 4?
I'm not gonna tell you anything. You're gonna
Well, I
just
mean,
have to
he
find out.
needs.
He might. He might. His character's just so built in a strange way. He might. All right. You're getting Hideous Laughter. Roll me a wisdom save, bitch.
This is true. Roll the wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I failed. That's a 7.
All right. You fall to the prone. You are incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. You are just laughing your ass off until
What
you
the
take damage.
fuck, guys?
Uh,
What the hell?
So, mind you, with all this representation, the remaining bandits alive point their crossbows and swords at you. None of them make a move. While
Whoa! Your side, guys. Don't know why the fuck he did that. Look, I did that. Look. And I pointed him just on the ground laughing.
I just woke up with my crossbow. You go.
Hey, you can't really talk as well. You just shot River.
Yeah, you shot me earlier. We're gonna talk about that later. But for now, we should probably defuse the situation that Hangakusha's got us in.
meanwhile,
Right, he's not going anywhere for like
the
a
female
minute.
bandit who fed River a potion moves over top of the fallen bandit leader, and it's just like no, and just trying to save him, but to no avail.
What the hell is going on?
Hey,
He's just
right, he's gonna be
Wow.
laughing like this for like a minute if you want to grab a hold of him and tie him up and shit like that. He
I was
can't
still-
do
I don't
anything
think we
to
have
stop
any
you.
rope.
Are we still on initiative?
No,
Okay,
we're
so-
not in initiative right now. We are in roleplay mode.
Oh, you're right. None of us have any rope, do we? Did none of us have any rope anymore? All right, that's okay.
Yeah,
And
I think we
pull
used
out
it all
You
at the start.
forget
Blueberries.
I have the ropes and chains.
I pull out 14 blueberries. How much
Oh.
blueberries do I need to use to glue him to the ground? I've
Don't
been
you
saving
Yes.
these.
dare.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking in there.
Oh no, I do have rope. I have 15 feet of it.
Yeah, but now that I come up with the glue-berry idea, I kind of want to do that, River said.
All right.
I kind of like. I like that idea too.
How much do I need to use to glue him to the ground, Hito?
How many berries do you have at the moment? I forgot.
I have 14 berries.
It's gonna
because I
take you
used one
about.
to a gem to my sword.
Yeah, it is going to be about 10 to have enough
That's totally
glue.
fine.
Yeah.
And that'll keep him secure, right? So he can't move his hands or anything?
I'm gonna have you make a little bit of a dexterity check, just because he's writhing and trying to resist in a very flawed
yeah.
way. So
All
you
he can
just
do is laugh. He's incapacitated.
okay.
He cannot writhe. He cannot laugh. He can't do anything.
Wait, he
apart
can't
from
laugh, but I thought he is laughing.
Everything that he essentially for the next minute, everything that he perceives is hilariously funny. If he sees like a bug on a rock, he's going to lose his shit over that bug on a rock.
So basically, he's losing his shit over the fact that his hands are getting glued together by berries.
Yeah.
While you're at it, Mr. River, you might want to stuff his mouth.
Oh no, I have a better idea for that, and I glue his eyelids shut.
What the fuck?
We're gonna need him to talk this way we can ask him questions.
Wow.
But if he can't see anything, he can't cast spells because he can't see the target.
Well,
That's not how that works.
okay, so mark off 2 more berries, 1 for each eye.
You forget majority of my abilities are AoEs.
Yeah, you need to see the target's
I
face.
could just thunder.
No, you can't.
With my cheeks.
That takes components like
Oh my
somatic
god.
shit.
Anyway, so
Some thunderclap might only be verbal.
so
But
I
whatever.
can rebuke if
we're gonna say we're gonna say that you over the next 30 seconds, I guess you manage to bind, glue, bag, and almost tar and feather Ether. Not really, but in the sense of the word. But Hyakusha, you are blinded, muted, and incapacitated while laughing hysterically.
I don't want to do his mouth.
Wait,
like,
how
do
am
wanna
I
speak-
muted
Oh.
if I'm laughing?
Okay, so you're not gagging him.
I mean, I will gag him for now because I don't want him talking right now.
So
but
that's what I mean by he's muted. He's gagged.
Yeah,
he's
I just
laughing.
don't want to glue his mouth shut yet. I want to glue his eyelids shut though. That sounds unpleasant.
I'm just pulling out my heavy crossbow and just aiming it at the ground.
Well,
In the
guys,
meantime-
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of missed the end of that fight because I spent the last bit of it hostage and unconscious, from what I was told. And I don't know what's going on or why, Hingakusha killed that dude, or why we're just talking it out right now. So, Alexis, you want to explain what the fuck just happened?
I'm like looking completely shocked at the moment, as I have gone from someone just getting their neck snapped for no reason to now having the person who's done it glued to the floor.
Okay, Alexis doesn't seem capable of answering my question. Khalid, you want to tag in?
I have no idea.
Okay, Bandit Lady, who, hey, we're gonna talk later on about how it feels like you might have brought certain magic items just for the sole sake of targeting me, of all people, but we'll talk about that in a second. You want to explain what the fuck's going on here?
We came here to save the village. His
Okay,
village.
Fast forward to the next bit. Like, the relevant parts, please. Cliff Notes version.
I don't know the entirety of the situation. All I know is that. Where is it? All I know is that Marvok wanted to save his village. He's been with us for a long time as one of our most skilled fighters. And he wanted to save his village, so he asked us, some of his most loyal friends, to assist him in the matter.
Okay, so judging by the past tense, that's the dead guy. Bardock, you said?
Marvok.
Marvok.
That is
Let me
correct.
just write that down, and River pulls out his little notebook.
Marvok was always a secretive man. So while I do not know the full extent of the situation, I do know that we are dealing with wasp jackets, a very dangerous creature in this land.
Right. So, why did we end up fighting?
That's a good question.
Like, it seems like some communication from Mavrock would have really solidified what was going on here, because you guys got no idea what the fuck you're doing out here. We've got no idea what the fuck we're doing out here. And now we've got Hungakusha glued to the ground. Maybe he could shed some light on the situation. Alexis, you're a paladin. Could you do the thingamajigger? You know, that you make it so this way he can't lie?
Not at the moment.
Oh, I didn't mean magic. I meant just, you know, like, punch him really hard in the nutsacker anytime he tells a lie.
By this
That's
time,
paladin
the
thing, right? That you do? You just, like, physically abuse people?
by this time
I
the
do not.
minute on hideous laughter has subsided. So, Hyakusho, you are no longer laughing hysterically, and your mind is your own. The realization of what is happening is now relevant to you.
I mean, like,
I
normally
kind of
Alexis
can't
don't-
see what's happening, so.
Well,
don't in your-
you saw your
in
eyes
your
get
country.
blinded, but like when you think back to what just happened, and your mind is your own, and it's become clear, and of like that wasn't right.
Okay, so let's back it up then a bit. We can't get him to tell the truth. I don't know how laws work out here. That's kind of your whole thing, right, Alexis?
Kind
So,
of.
Do we like have him do a trial? Do we, you know, dunk him in water with a stone, and if the stone floats, he's not guilty or something? I don't know how this works. River says, shrugging.
Oh dear.
Normally, you would take them into custody. I don't generally deal with people beyond that point, but I'm pretty
Khalid-
sure in most places, murder is not allowed.
Khalid kind of just pokes the corpse with his toe. I do not think he's ready to go to trial.
I think Hungakusha's pretty much taken into custody at this point too. So unfinished. Good job, guys. River says, clapping his hand.
Well, now it seems that we're now in a small predicament.
Oh, who said that? Is that one of you guys? It is. River looks up to the various bandits.
Yes, it is the other like skilled
Oh, the hippie
bandit. Yeah, the other skilled bandit kind of looks like a captain of sorts. It's in regards to like.
Oh yes, I'm very familiar with that token.
Yes. So, I didn't have my boys come out here just to go on a suicide mission. Maverick had a plan. You guys ruined it.
Well, judging by the fact that he is no longer amongst the living, I would not say that it accounted for this part of the plan.
No.
Oh, not only that, but like he had a plan, but none of you were made aware of the plan, right?
Oh, we know what the basic plan was.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go
Rescue
over
as
that
many
then.
people as possible. Then try and get some
Rescue-
more fighting forces to take out the hive.
The hive. Oh, right. You guys didn't like the wasp bee things, and I put two and two together. Let me guess. That honey stuff that all of you guys have been drinking has been made by those things, right? So you're gonna go ahead and tell us now that the village is all under the thrall of the waspians, right?
What?
Honeymeat is made
Waspians.
from honey as of bees. Wasp jackets don't make honey.
So where do they get the honey from?
Do you not know that this village is known for its honey?
Nope.
It
Like,
was
you showed up
explained
like a
to
week
it.
ago and solved all their problems.
It was mentioned when we first arrived in the city, in the
Oh,
town,
yeah?
in the village. Yes,
Yes.
you were there. You took notes.
Yeah, River says, looking at his notebook and then glancing back up. Okay, so why are you setting fire to the village then if you're rescuing people?
The fires were to scare away the wasp jackets that were on the roofs.
Right.
You all too
And-
preoccupied with that little party of yours to see them.
The villagers also, kind of didn't want to be rescued because none of them were aware that there was any danger. Neither were we. So it kind of looks like you ran into the village, set it on fire, and began kidnapping people, right? Like, you're aware of how that could look to someone
We're
who's not made aware of
bandits.
this situation?
We're bandits. Anywhere we go, we receive the same sort of treatment.
I mean, yeah, but that stereotype's not going to change based on, what just happened here, right?
Anyway,
And again, our
do you want to hear the gist of what's going on?
I mean, sort of. We still haven't known how the Waspians are connected to anything. Just
They're
apparently
dangerous
they were there, and none of us happened to see them.
Perhaps if we should all just calm down for a second and sit around the fire. We can keep
Oh, yeah.
him bound for now.
I mean, I feel like we should, as the fire charmers, figure out what we're going to do with him ASAP, right, Alexis and Khalid?
I nod.
So, okay, again, phase 1's complete. He is in custody. Now what? I don't think you get a say in this anymore, Hangakusha.
Well, listen to what he has to say in a moment.
Oh,
But-
I'm sorry. Could you go over there? This is like a fire charmer only discussion, and I just shoo the bandit leader away a bit.
She's literally hitting a top of sitting next to the dead body of the real leader while you guys are surrounding it.
Well, I mean, we can't move him. I just glued him to the ground, but your buddy there's pretty movable. An excellent point, Hangakusha.
I think we should just get this conversation started in general. What do you know about wasp jackets?
Well, they look like wasps, and they apparently wear some jacket.
They're kind of dicks. Didn't they attack us like right after we survived falling off a cliff?
Aye, they did.
Wait, you guys fell off a cliff?
I think 2 actually total, didn't we? Right, Hangakusha? He said yes.
Well, we got better.
I'm, by the way, sitting on Hangakusha's chest while we're talking.
Oh boy. Anyway, so as the bandits kind of sheath their weaponry, seeing that the rest of you do not seem to be a major threat at the moment. Fine then. Yorick, how are the people doing? They're still sleeping right now. I think the effects of being away from the village should be enough. Right. Perhaps, and I should tell you a little bit more about what wasp jackets actually are then.
Yeah,
'Cause it
absolutely.
seems that you have very little knowledge of them.
Yeah, no, totally. We just like I said, fell off a cliff, ended up here, ended up saving a village like 3 times consecutively. Oh, and we met a snake dude.
A snake dude?
Yeah, snake dude. Hey, have you guys heard anything about like some sort of invisible predator that's just... Actually, hold on, we'll talk about that later. You first.
I don't know about an invisible predator, but the wasp jackets are a predator in amongst themselves.
Ooh,
They
good
scour
segue.
our the land and devouring flesh and life alike.
Well, that's usually what being a predator means.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're carnivorous. Carnivorous.
Have you heard of a village up north? Well, northwestern from this location.
Is it Dwarven Dash?
No.
Then no.
It was a small village that was overrun by wasp jackets. Its citizens slaughtered buildings destroyed, and the territory turned into their lair. They are a plague more than a simple mindless beast. They function as a hive, as they seek out to consume and reproduce.
So this group is just all about fighting and fucking, huh?
In some regards, yes.
And they kind of like attack villages, and they burn them down, kill everybody within, take all their stuff in order to fuel themselves, right?
They don't take their things, they take them and devour
So they're kind
them.
of like bandits.
Bandits steal from others. We do not consume the people we steal from.
I mean, that guy over there, and I gesture at Yorick, looks like he's about a half a step away from eating the villagers.
Mhm.
What the hell does that even mean?
Oh, I'm sorry, just making a joke, fella. Trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
That doesn't lighten anything up!
Yeah, Mr. River, that sounds kind of offensive.
Oh, well, I'm sure they'll get over it, much like the villagers will get over their burned houses and, you know, their kidnapped families and things like that.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, you were saying something about Waspians doing, like, horrible things?
yes, they're going to slaughter the village. They're going to slaughter the villagers, devour them, and make this area their own territory. And if they aren't contained or dispatched, and the hive can go to such a large degree that even the capital city of Valendresh may be at risk.
Okay, so it sounds like the plan's pretty simple enough. We just go and kill the Waspians.
Aye, it would be. But we had a decent battle plan and in motion. Unfortunately, that plan's now ruined. And as you
that's okay.
and as we can see, there's not many of us left. I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste the lives of my men on some suicide mission.
Okay, so, you've lost, like, oh gosh, because we killed a bunch of you back in the village, too, didn't we?
Aye,
Yeah,
Yes,
so
you
you've lost
did.
a couple guys, haven't you?
we did lose a couple guys.
Well, we might be in the need of some hiring, and also I'm kind of like our plan guy, so I think that we could probably come up with a plan involving the hive and dealing with it. The Waspians probably have like some big queen leader lady, right? Like you guys did with this Marakov dude.
Marvark.
Marvark. I could have sworn it was like Morvok a second ago, but Marvark. Yeah, that guy. So they've got to have like a queen-like leader like that guy, right?
Aye.
So we really don't need to beat all of the Waspians, just that one Waspian, right?
To be blissfully ignorant. It seems that Udin has blessed you with less knowledge than most.
You see, this is why I say mean things to you guys, because you don't just get right to the point. You feel the need to go ahead and throw out insults.
You
and
don't
stuff
know
like
anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I figured. Yeah, okay. Enlighten me then, oh great wise man. And then maybe tell us about your backstory, so this way we can figure out how instead of becoming a holy sage, you became a bandit.
Easy. Times are tough. Economics are hard. Gotta make a living somehow.
That was a rhetorical part of my question. Just get to the relevant information, please.
The relevant information is that if you think the regular wasp jackets are a danger, just wait till you fight a queen. Sorry.
Oh, that's it?
I'm
That's it?
not-
Is that she's tougher than them?
I haven't
I mean, we
faced one
figured
myself
that.
personally. All I know is that if 2 wasp jackets are enough to take down 15 men,
If they are, then we must have met the worst wasp jackets in their entire hive. We brought
Yeah,
down
didn't-
like 5.
Yeah, we brought down like 5, just us alone, man.
Maybe you are really weak.
Yeah, maybe that was all of Markov's thing, is that, like, much like of how, you know, they're super badass, you know, maybe he was super badass and really covering for the rest of you. Either way, you know, it sounds like we just go beat up a really tough guy. And if they're all, like, part of a hive, too, then wouldn't killing her mean that the whole hive loses its cohesion? Oh, man! I bet they'd start eating each other! Hey, Hangakusho, do you think they'd start eating each other? And I pat him on the chest gently. Hangakusho agrees with me. Oh, shit! We even have bait! I say, looking at Hangakusho for a moment.
If anything, it would be an equal type of punishment, no?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Holy crap, we could have him go take on the front of the hive entirely by himself, pull all the workers away while the rest of us deal with the queen.
I start to take a nap.
That's probably for the best, I say, patting his cheek gently. You're gonna need your rest.
Regardless, I'm not risking the lives of what men I have left on some foolhardy adventure.
Oh, yeah, no, dude, if you think that, like, 2 wasp jackets could kill 15 of you, it is absolutely for the best that you sit this out. You seem kind of weak. But that's okay. Not everybody can save the lives of a lot of people, redeem themselves, and become heroes.
He does flip you off on that regard. But I will say, right now, I will say right now, you ain't looking so tough as well.
Yorick?
Why are you bringing me into this conversation?
Oh, well, because, I don't know, dude, you look kind of like a badass, and so do the rest of you. That guy might not be one, but, you know, you all seem pretty tough and strong and willing to save people, redeem things, get a proper working job.
Hey, man.
I bet
Hey,
this would be a great fixture on any of your resumes. I'm sorry, sir, and I turned to the guy trying to talk again. I said I was done speaking to you. You already have made your point pretty clear that you're not willing to help us out, right?
I wasn't talking.
That's gonna change. Oh, he wasn't? I'm sorry, you all sound the same to me.
Right. I'm just... Right. We're taking our leave now before this conversation goes absolutely nowhere else. Brother Six, good luck. That's all I will say. As the remaining bandits start working away.
Oh,
are you gonna bury him?
Oh, no, they're not allowed to take that guy, I say, pointing at Markov.
You're just gonna abandon it. Mavrak was a friend. You can say as you like. I know how close you two were becoming. But I'm not gonna risk our men and on some foolhardy quest now. Besides, with Marvak gone, any sort of chance we had is gone with it. There still might be a way to break free of it. It doesn't matter.
Oh, hey,
You're just a bundle of positivity now, aren't you?
yeah, and sorry, hey guys, you're not actually allowed to leave yet. I call out to them.
And you're gonna stop us?
I mean, are you bandits that are going to keep doing unlawful banditry in the area?
You see the two crossbowmen and load up their crossbows again. I'll tell you one thing right now.
Uh-huh.
Over half of you don't look like you can keep up a fight for very much longer. Especially you, considering that you have half your face covered in blood.
Most of it is someone else's.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I'm just saying that this is your chance to, you know, stop being shitty people and bandits and maybe redeem yourselves. Or, you know, we hunt you down after, or even just take it to you right now. Because, well, I'm not looking so hot, and she's not looking so hot, and I gestured to Alexis. We still have, you know, her and him, and, you know, you're gonna get hurt too. Some of you might die, so River just kind of shrugs.
I started to squirm angrily.
If you're planning on still doing banditry and shit like that.
I thought you took a nap, Hangyakusha. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Because I heard fight, so I got ready.
You do whatever you like, and we'll go live our lives. and they continue walking away.
Okay, but I'm gonna be on the lookout for you.
All right, go back to sleep.
All right. And with that, the 4 remaining bandits, they all leave, leaving just the female bandit and you lot and the dead body of Harbarak, as well
Now
as the
it's Marvark.
sleeping
I could have
villagers.
sworn it started with an M a second ago. River says.
Like Marvark, yeah, that's my bad. That's on me. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I have like 1,000 names in my head.
Hey, so lady,
Yeah, but you. Never mind.
we never got your name yet.
Arena.
Arena. That sounds really familiar to me. Arena.
That with an I.
Fucking way.
What, Martin?
No, just leaving the entire arena, and then I look over at the token, and it's literally Irina from Girls on the Throne.
I know.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Anyways,
it.
Oh my god, everyone exists in several different dimensions.
Irina, we're definitely gonna deal with the Waspians, so I guess you don't need to super worry about that, and you can come with us if you want.
I was always planning to fight the Lost Dragons.
Cool.
It's the
and then
least
we're
I
gonna
can do
hunt
for
down
him.
your old friends, okay?
Now let's hear what he has to say. Actually,
Oh, wait, no. First, I now have a question, okay?
what is that?
Ah, another one.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. It's like that guy said. I've got the blissful thingamajigger oolong, whatever he said, tea. Anyways, you guys had a lot of fancy rings on you,
That's right.
and all of those rings got used on a single person.
Are you saying that you are a magic user? And
Yeah,
well,
but I'm wondering, because we only showed up recently, right? And you'd never heard of us before this, right?
I've never seen or heard anything of the fire charmers.
Yeah, exactly. So, why the fuck were you all carrying those kinds of rings? Is there someone in the area would be worried about, capable of casting spells?
You
Are
really aren't
finding-
from this land, are you?
Are you
Literally,
finding
I've said about
holes?
3 times we fell down a cliff and showed up here. Sorry, Khalid, what were you saying?
No, I was just no, never mind. Doesn't matter.
No,
If you
Khalid,
must
come on, go ahead and
know.
speak. Lady, Khalid was about to speak. Don't interrupt him.
No, I was
Looks
just gonna make
looks
a
towards
dumb
you.
joke.
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead,
just gonna
make
make a
dumb
dumb
joke.
joke. No, I was making a fourth wall breaking joke. So
Oh, okay.
I don't think you
In that
have a
case-
plan to speak to begin with. Are you okay?
Who, me?
Yes.
I mean, like, I'm beat to shit.
Fair point. Anyway, if you must know, about 2 to 5 years ago, a bandit crew managed to raid.
That's quite a large margin of timeline discrepancy. 225.
Listen, I've only been in with the bandits. I've only been with a bandit corps for about a year. The most of what I know is mostly on hearsay and rumor. As such, I can say that there was a raid on a cargo group where they were transporting a whole lot of magical rings. It just so happened that they happened to be rings of counterspell. So if you're wondering why the bandits have a
These
large
bandits.
number of rings of counterspell, it's because they stole them.
Very
And
convenient.
the reason why we
These
have
bandits.
and the reason why we utilize them is because there are many armed forces in the guardsmen and or other factions that are magic users.
Yeah, no, if you have a surplus of shit, you should use it. I get that, but still, fuck these guys. Anyway. Well, okay, that clears that up at least. Okay, do we want to ungag Hungakisha? Alexis, this is kind of your deal now, because, I'm not really familiar with all these kind of laws and stuff you have here, but, you know, yeah. And I just stand up, I pat her on the shoulder, and I'm letting Alexis take over this part.
What do you mean you're not familiar with the laws? Murder is a big no.
Well, I mean, like, I figured. River says, not meeting your eyes as if he's looking away.
Well, if murder is illegal, should we be legally murdering this man for committing murder? I poke at him with my crossbow.
If you want to be perfectly logical in the sense of what is legal and what is not legal,
Lady, look, I know that you're trying to help. I put a hand on her shoulder. Irina. But this is kind of a thing for our adventuring group, and we're gonna need you to take like the adventurer's oath or something if you want to be part of it and weigh in on this conversation. For now, Alexis should be deciding what we do because she's got the whole legal and religion and shit behind her, right?
adventuring oath. What in the six is that?
Oh, it's an oath that we all take when we become adventurers.
Make a deception check. Because you have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm making this up as I'm going along.
Go ahead, make a deception
I'm
check.
frantically composing an oath in my brain right now. If this woman believes me and says she wants to join us.
Roll the dice. 16.
Yeah, it was whispered by accident. Sorry, but yeah, 16.
Well, 16. Let me get my dice out real fast.
Yeah.
There we go. Roll this dice. And she looks at you more confused than anything, but it's a mixture of not truly understanding what's going on. Doesn't necessarily say that she believes you, but she doesn't disbelieve you either.
In your bandit group, did you ever have like some random dude who just showed up and then tried weighing in on like super big, heavy political opinions that could change the structure of the group entirely?
Yes.
And did you like that guy?
He got results.
He's also dead in front of us, I'm pretty sure.
Look, why don't
This
you
is
make
also
yourself...
partially true.
Yes. So why don't you just kind of walk away and let us deal with this? I promise you, though, we're not going to let this just stand that he murdered your friend in front of us, especially since he could have fucked up something pretty serious that we could have gotten help on for a future
I will
mission.
stay out of this, but I'm not
Okay, cool.
moving from this spot.
Okay, fine. That was always an option. Alexis, take over, please.
Meanwhile, while all this is happening, I'm just gonna roll my whatchamacallit, second wind.
Go ahead.
What is it? 1d10 plus fighter level, right?
Yeah, it's 1d10 plus fighter level.
So Alexis, they are turning to you to find out what is going to happen.
Yeah, like, I'm super not familiar with any of the laws or legal proceedings.
You don't just... We should find out why he did it first.
Okay, Hangakusha, why'd you do it? I don't speak that. Do you speak that, Alexis?
I'm still
I do
asleep.
not.
Well, if we wait a while...
He's still asleep.
I've been working
He's
on a
gagged.
new spell.
You gagged him, remember?
Oh,
You also
no,
closed my eyes. I might as well just went to sleep.
I was making a joke. I could jump into his mind later on, once I can actually do that. The thing that we're worried about is that if we ungag him, he could, like, lightning blast us or something.
Gee, wait, I'm still asleep. I just reacted out of impulse.
I poke him in the butt with my crossbow bolt.
Hey, oh, well, it takes... look, I'm a spellcaster, and it takes about 6 seconds to get a good incantation out, right?
Roughly.
So what if one of us just kept sticking a finger in his mouth every 4 seconds? That would interrupt any incantation he was doing. He'd lose concentration and wouldn't be able to get the words out for anything, even if it only had verbal components. Right?
I don't like where this is going.
Make an Arcana check on that one.
Don't make a roll for this.
Yeah, just do it. Just stick a finger up his bum.
I said mouth. Why are we going to the bum now?
Because
Jack of
that's
all
the bottom
trades!
mouth.
It's a lot. As someone who is not learned in like the fine arts of the arcane magic, your logic seems perfectly sound.
But I wouldn't want any of our fingers to get bit. Oh, Khalid, could you take off one of your boots?
Take off one of River's boots.
Well, I don't have any socks. And I take off my, like, dancing shoes. And I just show. See? Barefoot, and I wiggle my feeties.
I take the shoe he just took off and stick it in Hangyakish's mouth.
So he now has a cloth and a shoe in his mouth.
I'm still
We'll
asleep.
just put that over his nose and mouth every 4 seconds, which should make him gag unless he's into it. Either way, it should be distracting enough that he can't get a spell off, hopefully.
I am still asleep.
Anyways, let's ask him then, and I undo the gag. Is he still asleep?
Oh, whoops! I didn't
Still
roll
asleep.
that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a medicine check to wake him up then.
I slap him.
Before Khalid, he's like, "Hey, time to wake up." You just yeah, you are awakened by that.
As I slap him, I scream, "I'm bad paladin!" Whack!
What?
You see, me and my partners here, we got some questions for you. I say, and I glance to Alexis.
My eyes are still shut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your eyes are still clean shut. I also then
Hey,
put
so
the
I'm panicking
shoe
at
over his
this
nose
point.
and mouth for a moment.
I'm panicking at this moment. What the fuck is happening?
Every 4 seconds, Hida, assume he gets a good whiff of shoe.
Alright. So, Hyakusha, what's going on aside from the 4 seconds of like constant shoe torture?
Eternal darkness and wondering what the hell's happening to me. And might be afraid,
Okay, anyways, like I said, me and my partner's got a question for you. And I look to
panicking.
Alexis, like, what the question should be.
So I am like quite confused by this shoe torture, but I'm like, why'd you kill him?
Can't answer, still panicking. Sorry, between the shoe torture and my eyes being glued shut.
She asked you a question, and I hit him with two.
I load my crossbow. I just pointed it in his face.
I can't see you load your crossbow, so I can't be afraid of it.
I poke the crossbow bolt onto your nose.
Okay,
I was
that
a-
could be anything to me. That could be someone now. Excuse me, I can't see.
It's me, River. You're currently attached to the ground, and I'm on top of you. Alexis has a question for you, and you're gonna answer, or else things are gonna get real dirty. I wish for that right in his ear.
I started to weep out of fear.
You
No tears.
lot
Oh, you're right.
clearly have never tortured anyone before, have you?
I'm bad paladin. I say to her, pointing my shoe at her.
That's fine and all, but you know, the point of interrogation is to gain information. If you don't even
I thought
allow
you
them
said
to
you was gonna
speak,
Stay out of this, lady.
if you don't even allow them to speak, the entire point is just torture and nothing else.
I would like to point out that we've given him plenty of opportunity to speak. He's
No,
just
You
every
really
4
have not.
Seconds, I'm getting sniff of shoe.
You really have not. You're poking
he's
him
just-
with
he's
crossbows.
just-
You're
just-
slapping him in the
time
face.
he's-
You're putting a
every
shoe in his
time-
mouth.
Every time we've said, why did you do it? He just goes, I'm panicking, I'm not saying anything. So that's why he's getting the shoe in the face.
Well, you also glued his eyes shut.
Yeah, we did.
We
Anyways,
can-
like I
We
said,
can waterboard him if you would rather.
my partner wants to ask you questions. Me, I just want to cut you and be done with it. And I put the shoe in his face, and I say, Alexis, maybe ask him a little louder.
Oh my god.
River, by the way, is grinning ear to ear and looking like he's having the time of his life doing this
What
bad
the
paladin thing.
fuck, man? I blame you, Hita, for the situation.
As you should. I will say that after 5 minutes
Oh
of
my
this,
god.
Well, hold on, no. Let Rye actually get a chance to interact with
Yeah.
the scene.
yeah, what are you doing, Riley?
Uh,
What are you doing, Alexis?
I'm gonna go to what's her name? The
Irina?
banner with us at the moment?
Irina.
I'm gonna sort of turn to her and say, you seem like an expert in interrogation.
I've done a few in my time.
I say, without my
Oh,
magics,
shoot.
I'm not so good at this. Would you be interested in taking over,
Depends.
finding out what happened to your friend?
Depends.
There's only room for one bad paladin, though.
Is the bad paladin going to even allow me to assist you? Because he's
Hey.
made it perfectly clear that I'm not part of your group, and that I'm not supposed to participate.
Oh, yo, Alexis is our leader, so if she's saying that you're good, you're good.
Good. Now stop putting the shoe in his face.
You got it, boss. What else should I do to him? I got a lot of stuff in my
Thousand
bag.
$1,000 in my nose. Why don't you wash?
Why don't you go take a walk around, see around real fast?
Look, if you really want to fuck with him, I
Not
can disguise
human.
myself.
This
as
is
him.
part of the
And we can do
interrogation
a whole
technique.
Ghost of Christmas past thing. All right, I'll go take a walk. And River puts his hands in his pockets and goes checks on the civilians. He seems sulky because he was really looking
Go
forward
ahead
to
and
playing
make
good
go ahead and make an
bad
intelligence check to see if this is actually part of what torturing is.
paladin. No, River knows that he's being sent away because he's done a bad job of it. He's sulking in the corner now.
Anyway, hey,
It's inhumane. No one's face should smell this bad.
The shoe's gone. Why did you kill
Small
him?
fingers.
Why
Can
did
I
you
at
kill
least
him?
see who I'm talking to?
You,
Really do much about the blueberries for a while.
We have antidotes for this. Remember?
You don't need to see who's
You-
interrogating you to answer questions.
this is true.
I don't need to be blind to be interrogated.
Well, you are, so now you have to deal with the consequences. How about you start giving us some answers? Or
All
next,
right. I'll
I
start
am
giving you some
going.
answers. So first answer, since it's a crime to murder someone, can we talk about how Khalid murdered one of your men after I tried to interrogate them?
I have no recollection of this happening.
You was there,
I
Paladin.
wasn't there for this. River
Yes, you
calls
was.
in the distance.
You was
Paladin
there
was,
for
not
this,
River,
Paladin.
I believe I walked away.
No, you did not.
No,
I
the
mean,
general,
I-
remember that dude was being a dick, and we thought they were still bad guys at that point.
He was a slaver. He did say
Still,
he was
murder
slaving
is
people.
murder, is it not?
Yeah, he was like a slaver.
murdered after we disarmed him, took all his clothes and his money.
I would like to point out that there is a very good reason.
What's your
why
reason? Because you should be tied up too in this case.
The only good slaver is a dead slaver.
That
And
is
he
no
was
excuse.
and he was also not surrendering.
He was surrendering.
Either way,
He couldn't
what
do
you're-
anything.
what-
He was
and-
practically naked.
answer the question. Why did you kill this man? And stop deflecting and just answer the question.
Deflected. I'm the one being tortured for something that you did recently. This is bullshit, and you know it.
Answer the fucking question, or I will put a bolt in your head. And this
Do
is
it,
not.
and I'll thunderclap you again.
Okay.
He is
I
technically
told-
prone.
Is it at advantage because he's prone and he's right in front of me and he can't fucking move?
I turn undead. I mean, turn dread.
What's your
I
AC?
can't do that. I don't have the. I don't.
What's your AC?
My AC is 17.
17. So you fire the bolt.
Again, let me ask again.
Oh.
Because he is prone and he's glued to the ground.
I'm
Should
glued
I
to
be
dirt.
Should I be rolling it at advantage or not?
I'm technically
We're not
really stuck
technically
to the
in
ground,
combat,
this is dirt.
and you're doing more of an executioner's sort of thing. I'm gonna say, sure, just because of the scenario for which we are currently finding ourselves in.
I'll just shoot it.
On average, no, it would be technically disadvantage / advantage because your proficiency with it. So does an 18 hit?
Yes, but I still said that I turn form of dread.
Okay. So do you want to roll initiative to see what happens first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
And Form of Dread only gives him 10 hit points, doesn't it?
No,
Yes, but
if
it'll ultimately survive.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the initiative. So Khalid had a 7.
7.
What do you have?
I also have a 7. We're gonna have to reroll again.
Alright, on sec. What's your guys' dexterity?
I have +4.
8.
I have +5.
Yeah, so he goes first then.
So the form of dread does go off. Go ahead and add the temporary hit points and go ahead and roll for damage. So
you would have.
So I'm back at 14.
all right. So Khalid, as you fire the heavy crossbow bolt,
I also Hellish Rebuke because he harmed me. Technically, that happens. Out of reaction.
well, I'm gonna say that you use the form of dread because we're not in a proper combat scenario and proper term.
It's fine. He can do it.
Yeah, I think
Get
that
Hellish Rebuke
this
if
is
you
a proper combat scenario at this point. Like, hell, now that this is happening, if he casts Hellish Rebuke, I'd like to roll initiative and get in on this. Also, he has to point his finger at the creature that damaged him.
So
And
yeah,
he has to see it, too.
so currently, yeah, you cannot do it. We're allowing the reaction of your form of dread to happen, and that's what
Yep,
we're
Hellish
gonna. That's what we're gonna roll
Rebuke
with.
you
Okay.
have to see the creature for it.
Yeah. So, Khalid, as you unleash the bolt, aiming for his head, in almost a ghastly and frankly a somewhat terrifying, not in its entirety, so you're not like feared or anything, but you see this form of something unnatural, unliving, in flash.
Same thing they've been seeing this whole time with me.
You've seen him use it before. You've seen it happen before. It flashes, and the bolt seems to miss. You swore it hit, like based on how close you were and everything like that, and you swore it did damage, but from where the bolt landed is right next to his head. Yakusha, you do feel the pain of the shot, but you yourself don't. But it is more like a sensory pain as opposed to a physical pain.
Y'all need the shoe?
I need Khalid to get that gun out my face, eh?
I would assure you this is
Because you
no
are
gun.
the one person I don't trust the most.
Very well. Someone asked
After
Hell
what you
that.
just did earlier. So you have no rights.
Okay, alright. This seems to be getting us nowhere. Right now, we'll talk about whatever happened in regards to who killed who and whatnot later. For now,
I think that's pretty important to
For
finish
now.
talking about now.
why did you break Mavrock's neck?
I was being controlled. Another person was speaking to my head and I had no control over it.
Describe it.
I don't know how to describe it. It was a voice that did something. As I thought about doing it, it just happened. Then I woke to and see it on the ground. Then I got tackled and glued. and tickled to death by this laughing spell.
Go ahead and make a
Alexis?
and for everyone, feel free to make either an insight check or just take it as is.
Alexis?
Helping me as I tried to interrogate other
Yes?
criminals before. Why would I kill
So,
someone right in front of me?
what's the law on that then when the defendant says that they were controlled by something else? Like, he still did it, didn't he?
Alexis, as far as you
I mean-
know in terms of law, if someone says that they were possessed, the matter is thoroughly investigated to ensure that the truth is being spoken before any judgment is given.
Has
Yeah,
this happened?
So, I say, like, this is something that needs to be investigated, because if it is true, then he's innocent.
I mean,
So we have to
Alexis,
keep him, like, in custody until then, right?
Yes.
Alexis, think about it. If I try to interrogate a criminal owner, why would I kill another criminal who was about to give me information?
Well, has this happened before?
Does that make sense?
Is this the first time you've been possessed by something, or is it something in the area?
Yagusha,
This is something entirely.
yeah,
This is
Yagusha,
not
yeah. I'm just gonna say, yeah. To your recollection, nothing like this has happened to you before. So go ahead and explain from there.
No, I have never been possessed like this before. This was completely different.
What do you mean by completely different?
Well, you already see what I can do. Shouldn't that give you any thoughts?
I mean, I can see a lot of things that the River can do, and I still question wherever the hell he gets his powers from. All I know is that
Force of personality and bardic charisma, really.
perversion
As well
is
as my
what some
dance
would say.
channels the magic through my body.
Think about it. Every 5 bit, my health gets done. When I take too much damage, I become someone else. Don't you remember? After every bottom boss we fought.
So you're saying this could happen any time?
Are you
No,
saying that
this,
you
what
could?
happened earlier was completely different. This was not the same thing that I'm usually been into. This is someone outside of my body.
Do you think it could happen again? Could you kill any one of us in our sleep?
That says anything for any about us. Any of us could do that.
Well,
If
no,
I say
I
no, I'll
don't.
be lying. Because you could do the same thing, Khalid, and you technically have done that before.
I have not tried to kill any of us in their sleep before, and I would
not
not.
in asleep, but awake. Right, River?
Huh? Oh, when he shot me? I mean, like, that was kind of in the heat of battle. I think that's different. I also, as much as I'm gonna give him, teasing about it later, I don't think it was, like, intentionally that he was trying to shoot me. There's a difference between, being able to do something and acting on it, Hangakusha, and we just witnessed you act on something. So now, like, yes, everybody in the world is physically capable of killing a living being in sleep, but most people don't act on thoughts like that. Now we've seen that you have acted irrationally and as evil as something else, right? So who's to say that that thing couldn't just control you again and have you attack one of us in our sleep? Not that you get very far with it, because I just make you piss yourself again laughing.
Who's to say it won't? Who's not to say that it won't happen to an innocent child the next time you see one?
I feel like Khalid just wants me dead. I feel like that's
No.
what you're just aiming for right now. I feel like we should
Again,
just duke it out like regular people.
you're again dodging the question. Is this something
You're
you think
deflecting
could
it. He was
again
gonna
trying to
say
see
before he
me
just
as a
kind of faded
murderer
off.
to every single thing.
Again, you're dodging the question. Do you think it's something that could happen again? Is
It
it
could happen to all of us. You give me better,
No,
I can't say this.
It would never happen in my wildest dreams that I would
Oh,
kill
yeah,
an
sure.
innocent child.
If you was possessed by something off weird, you have no say in it.
Well, I have not been possessed, so I would not be able to say.
I don't know that, because what happened earlier was completely fucking crazy.
Hey, Bandito lady, Irina.
Yes.
Has this ever happened within your group? You've been outside of the village running around for quite some time. Where someone just lost control of their body due to some outside force?
As far as possession of any sort, no. But there's a rumor about wasp jackets.
Uh-huh.
And that due to the fact that they are of one mind, that if enough of them are gathered in one place, it is possible they may be able to influence others. That's just a
So,
rumor
like,
as far
connect
as
them
I
up
know.
alive for a brief moment, huh?
Possibly.
Well, it's good to know that there's a, I know the legal word for this! An imprecedent.
Wow.
A president? I'm looking for Alexis's help on the word.
I don't even know what word you're going for.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I'm trying to figure it out.
Unprecedented, I think, is the word he's trying to go for.
Yeah.
Unprecedented? That's not
What?
a word?
What? Wait, I'm
Wait a
really
minute.
confused. There is. What is the phrasing you're looking for? Like, what
No, like,
context
That's
you
what
want?
I'm
happening in the
trying to
past,
say.
so it sets a bar for, like, things happening in the future?
Oh,
An imprecedent.
What?
not imprecedent. Isn't it just precedent?
Yeah, that's the word River says,
Yeah.
snapping his fingers at you. That. So it's good to know that there's a that, and I point at Khalid again. So I guess it is a possibility, but how would we prove that it's what happened here? Would they have to sting him or get, like, their bodily fluids inside him somehow?
That I don't know. And if anyone
Yeah.
would know, it would have been more about here.
That's all right. I got an idea for that, and I walk up to Hangakusha's scimitar drawn. I'm just gonna have to thoroughly inspect your body.
What do you mean thoroughly? No, don't you got that fucking damn. I start to squirm and panic because he's the
If
one
that's the
person I want in
case,
my body.
if there is a possibility of the wasp jackets to have controlled him to do this, there are a couple of questions that is being brought to mind. Is there a wasp jacket close by to us? Can they read Movrik, or whatever his name was, mind, and knew that he knew what to do, which is why they had him killed? And if so, what else do they know?
Look,
Well, we'll find
if I
out
could
in a
tell you
second.
what it said.
First, I want to see if there's any, like, welt or sting marks on Hangakusha's body, and I begin cutting.
Please, please
clothes
don't.
off.
Please, I beg for the band for help. Like this is not me laughing. This is me in sheer fear. So she knows I'm scared of this.
I feel like Hanyakusha is the character in the zombie movie who would hide their bite.
Just stop me if I do anything that's, like, morally questionable, Alexis. You're kind of my moral compass these days.
I mean, torture is pretty morally questionable.
Oh, I'm not
This is
torturing him. I
torture!
never hurt
This is
him.
sexual harassment.
Anyways, I want to examine his body to see if
Checking
I can
for
find
like sting. That seems fine.
No,
Okay, good.
Alexis, don't do this.
So I want to examine his full body, and I'm going to take 20 to do this, Hida, if I'm able to, where I just get a 20 from taking 20 minutes from doing it, if that's possible.
What are you trying to do?
I'm examining his body for any abnormalities that, like wounds not done from the fight, sting marks, anything physical that his control, if the wasp jackets took control of him, would show on his body. Like maybe a marking, a welt, a sting mark, a rash, anything that looks like it's out of the ordinary. And I'm checking everywhere.
Oh my god! Please let me roll against this. Please let me roll against this.
I will give you one chance for the PG-13 posterity of it, but with you being restrained for the most part, you are doing so at disadvantage.
God damn it,
And I
man!
roll a sleight of
Why-
hand advantage
why-
to counter his.
why-
his
Why are you resisting, Hung Yakusha? Don't you want to reach the bottom of this?
As
So that we
Khalid,
do not-
Khalid says this
more
as
than
River starts
anybody
pulling down
that
his
I know.
pants.
Khalid, you know me more than anybody that River is the last person to be anywhere near anybody's body.
I'm
Okay,
the
who
only
would
one out of any
who-
of us with any sort of knowledge on these kinds of things.
uh,
I'd rather let you or Alexis than
would
River.
would you rather someone else do it then?
Yes! Yes, for the love of God, yes!
Okay, so who would you like to examine your body?
Anybody but River.
Okay, I will do it.
Let's just toss the crossbow away so it doesn't accidentally fire. I need my kids.
Khalid, I'll
I
assist
don't
you.
know. I don't know if the world needs your kids.
I need my kids. That's what matters.
Oh, I have an idea, and I whispered something to Khalid. 1 second. How do I DM? How do I whisper you, Martin, in this?
Just send it on Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, between plays you can whisper each other on Discord. Me specifically,
So-
please send it through
so-
Roll20.
As they're whispering, right, I'm gonna point out the voice that said into my head said he was a threat. We must get rid of him now.
Send it to you on Discord.
That's what I heard before I.
Khalid takes a look at you, and everyone can, everyone but Hung Yakusha can see Khalid just looking at River, and then he starts examining the body.
Alright. So, we'll go.
I'll
scared to
roll
know what he
for it
said.
if you want, but
So yeah. No, we'll go ahead and do the take 20 minute thing here.
Okay.
You
I have a
do
medit-
you do see
Oh,
like
wait.
the original scars from when Yakusha was taken down by the Wasp Jackets at the very beginning of the campaign, but most of those are primarily healed
Tattoos.
over. And then you can describe the rest of your physical body.
Mostly just black tattoos all over, bro. Not like more like gentrified art, like just
Wait.
like markings all over my body.
Is that a tramp stamp?
No, it's not fucking shit.
Why
Holy
does it
Khalid.
why does it say bad bitch on your back?
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Anyways, did you find any evidence that what he said was true about the Wasp Jackets controlling him?
Well, he doesn't. We don't know if that's the case. He does have the old wounds from when he was taken out when we first met them, but
You mean these? I lay a finger on one of them.
yes,
it
one of
doesn't. It
those.
doesn't hurt. Or like.
No,
you-
that's me shivering out of fear. 'cause
Oh,
it's
okay,
What
okay,
does
okay,
it
okay.
feel like? What does
Now,
it feel like?
The
It feels like a scar.
Nothing like there's nothing underneath it or anything? Like a larva implanted in him?
Nope.
I try to pop one of the scars.
What the fuck? Yo, get him away from me. Get him away from me.
I don't think you can pop a scar, so you're just kind of pinching the skin.
Yo,
Oh,
start to
I
smell
have
of
a
irritation.
scar that's like got that you can squeeze and push on them.
what's fucking wrong with you?
I'm checking to see if there's anything in there.
Khalid,
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
being-
saying, what's
I'm
wrong
checking
with
to
you?
see if
Go
there's
go
anything
ahead,
Khalid,
make it.
Scar,
I'll
what?
pay you to get him off me, please.
Scar tissue.
I'm
scar
not
tissue
sure
when
you
it
have
goes
any
over a
money,
hole.
Hung Yakusha.
I do, and you know I do.
So, Martin, scar tissue when it goes over like a hole, like similar to a stab wound or something.
I
it
have
kind
the
of,
money
like,
that I
leaves a
stole from the
bubble
guy
over
you
top of
killed.
it.
Okay, sure.
And I'm pinching that bubble.
Whatever you say, I don't think that's that type of wound.
I mean, they had glaives and stingers, didn't they? And I think he got stung a couple times. That's why I'm trying to check.
I don't think he actually got stung a single time. I think it was all weapon damage.
Was it? I remember me being impaled. I just don't.
Yeah, you
remember
dropped
impaled by
really
what.
quickly.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
they
think
both impaled
I don't
me.
think they used natural weapons is what I'm saying. I think they were using their weapon attacks.
Okay. Well, either way, I guess we don't find anything to support his claim about being controlled, meaning that there's no proof.
Well,
He
again,
did say there was
they
a voice
control-
in his head. If you
I don't
did not
think
hear that
they
part of the sentence.
control. I don't think the control he's speaking of is a physical one.
I know,
think
but
it
if it
was more of a mental one. And if it's a
Yeah.
mental one, it could be approaching from any direction. If
Yeah,
that's the case, the only way we can find out if this is true or not is to find the source of whatever controlled him.
Yeah, I'm trying to. If it was something physical, well, at least we've narrowed it out of physical, and it also helps when we're going to be thinking about how to counter it in the future, if what he's saying is true.
If you want, I could take an investigation. Iris says from behind.
Oh shit!
no,
River jumped like a foot in the air.
no,
Oh,
I
shot
really
you here.
forgot she was here. I'm sitting here looking at her the whole time. Like, help me.
no offense, Lady Saria, but your brain. Perhaps it is better that I do it.
I wish she was here to hear this.
I know he has a -1 to intelligence, okay?
But still, that
Either way,
hurts deeply.
it would be probably not a bad idea to investigate.
Investigate where?
I forgot.
The claim of possibly one of them being around here.
Right, we should be looking to see if there's a creature in the vicinity. We don't know if it's left by now. It's been quite some time.
Meanwhile, River's taken out Kyoko's money pouch and has a few blueberries and is working on something.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going. Please, please get away. Please get away. Why am I in this situation?
Khalid, I made you a thing in case you go out there. And I hold out a dome of glued together copper coins.
Is this supposed to be the tinfoil hat?
Is this supposed to be a joke?
No, not at all. You see, a lot of magics can't actually penetrate certain amounts of metal.
Make a deception check.
I mean, I'm not lying. That's actually true. Detect magic.
He really believed this.
Yeah, but this is a roll of coins.
What it's like a helmet of coins, yeah. It's a little like dome. I have no idea if this will work or not, nor am I trying to convince him of it. I just think it might work.
Okay, so do you have to take magic?
Nope.
Okay, well,
The wizard did.
I'm also entirely out of spells after making Hagakusha.
Why are you about the
I'm
wizard?
just gonna check. Detect magic. Blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah, so like an inch of common metal. That's like a coin.
That's not an inch.
Like a layered out coins. I'm gluing them together in this tiny like yarmulke for them.
Okay, yarmulke size.
I
was like, if you're making a full helm out of the coins, it's definitely not an inch
somehow-
thick.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea if this will work or not. But at the very least, what do you lose by wearing it?
My pride.
Do yourself.
I think I would rather take the chance killing you all than than being seen wearing one of those.
Suit yourself. I put it over my head. Can I add a copper helmet to my inventory?
You can add a temporary copper coin yarmulke to your inventory.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
you can.
Does it add AC to any?
No, it does
Oh
Give
my
him-
God,
give
my-
him
absolutely
0.5
nothing,
AC.
but you can add it to the inventory.
Also, it's only temporary because eventually the glue's gonna fucking run out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
By then,
but
I
okay,
should have
like,
learned
add
heat
a
metal, and I'm
point-
gonna melt them together.
Add a 0.5 to his AC.
Add a negligible amount to the AC, yeah. Anyway, so, are you going out to investigate?
Yes. Let's go look through the area. Should I roll survival or investigation?
Go. We will make this a full-on investigation check, so you're utilizing all your senses and everything like that, and you're studying around the area.
I'll assist because I feel pretty confident in my copper helmet.
Okay.
So,
Me and
yeah.
River go out
Yeah.
together.
Go ahead and make a investigation check at advantage.
Oh wait, I already know heat metal.
Too late now.
Are you going to heat your fucking brain?
No, I was gonna heat the coins together to melt them into a helmet, but I don't actually have it any. I can't cast any spells right now. I'm fucking dry on everything apart from message
All the
made
counter spells.
mockery. Yeah, those counter spells ate up everything. Aside from the hideous laughter I hit you with, I swear to God, had a bandit stopped that, I was going to fucking urinate blood.
Damn it! You should have done it. You should have done.
Nah, it was a fair reaction to a situation.
Oh,
Anyway.
man.
Anyway, hey, so go ahead and make the investigation check. Oh,
I did.
well. Let's see.
I'm also casting message back towards the party.
So,
Freaking consistent.
which direction do you go? Oh, north, south, east, or west?
What direction did we come from?
You came more from the northeast.
I would like to check the like the northern area part then, if that's the case.
Okay.
Since I'm assisting, can we cover more ground so I can check a different cardinal direction?
Don't
I can
check
stay in
me,
contact with him
because-
through message.
We'll go with that, yeah. So,
I'll
as
check
you're
out
going
the-
through and everything like that, you get a message from River saying something along the lines of, I don't think anything's down here. You can phrase that however you want, River.
Hey, Khalid?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you over the thin sheet of metal that's surrounding your head.
Very funny, but this isn't telepathy. You should hear it in your ear.
Why do you think I responded back, you idiot?
Oh, right, yeah. Anyways, I had a question.
Right.
Do you ever wonder, what we're doing here?
What? Is this really the time for this?
I did not realize we were going to get into philosophical debate today.
I mean, I'm pretty tough and you're pretty tough, but that last fight was kind of rough, wasn't it? And Hangakusha turning out to be an insane murderer kind of has me down.
Oh my god.
I do not think that Hanyakusha is an insane murderer. I think he's a weak-willed idiot,
I'm
but
gonna kill him.
he is. I just argue that you're not a killer. You immediately go, "I'm gonna kill him."
Look, me and
Khalid,
you have beef,
You
okay?
hear a sound of something shifting very faintly in the trees above.
Above me or above Khalid? Because we're far away and I'm just prattling on now.
By Khalid.
I load my crossbow and I'm going to shoot a bolt at where I've heard the sound.
Make
I
an
just
attack
wonder
roll.
if we're going to be strong enough to take all this on. I know
Hang
I was
on,
giving the bandit shit, but that's just mostly my, force of personality and hoping that everything's going to be okay.
And
I rolled at a disadvantage because I don't see the target I'm just shooting.
Yeah. You're just paddling on, and all of a sudden, in a very rapid motion, and Khalid just turns quickly. He fires
I'm
across
far
up into the
away.
street. Oh,
I'm in the southwest. We're communicating via message. I don't know anything that's going on. It's why I'm still just prattling on. He hasn't said anything via message.
but
to
you
me.
do hear the bolt fire because it is quiet.
I won't. It's only what he says that I hear. I won't hear the background stuff. He has to say
You
something.
hear the
to me.
bolt fire from a distance.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I just respond back. Movement.
On my way to you.
So, the bolt flies out into the tree. You hear a quick.
I hear what?
You hear a buzzing sound, like pick up and then fly off towards the east, of northeast.
I just shout out to the rest of the party. We have a trail to follow.
Oh, good. I say, skidding to a stop by Khalid, and I send that message back to the party, to Alexis in particular.
Wow.
And then we left Hanyakusha behind, and we never worried about him again.
Wow.
We just realized, oh shit, we can't get this glue off. Well, see ya.
You glue me to dirt.
So when we get back,
It's not like I'm glued
Khalid,
to concrete.
before we follow the trail, I need a bit of a break, and we've got some civilians
That's
here.
right.
Could you
Oh.
maybe take them back to the village?
As far as I know, the village is not a safe place to take them right now.
What about the village chief?
You know, I really think that you might have served yourselves better had you just come into the village and spoken to people. Just as a note.
According to
Well-
Marvrock, we couldn't.
Khalid, would you mind going back to the village then and telling them the village isn't safe and getting them to come out here?
How long ago did we make them
We're only
leave?
about an hour away from the village.
But if they're already at the village, isn't it already too late?
There might be a chance we can still save them.
Yeah, either way, scouting out the village sounds like it might be helpful while the rest of us set up for a rest.
And
We need to
and
sleep.
unglue
I'm burned
Hyagusha.
out of everything.
Very well. I will take a
Thank
trip
you.
back to the village to see if there is anything I can do there.
You
I'll
should
come
take
with you,
Hyagusha with
Iris
you.
says.
Very well.
Alright, I'm
Everyone
gonna be
stay
RP, but
safe. Stay
really
safe.
yeah.
And should anything happen, well, I suppose you're on your own.
I start
That's
to
how we-
bury the body.
You're still glued to the ground, by the way.
No, someone said that he unglued me.
They're starting to prep the ungluing process.
Oh.
What? No, don't waste those. Just leave him glued. He can be on first watch.
Well, I do believe that perhaps Lady Irina might like to say her goodbyes, if anything.
There'll be time for that
Is
later.
It's against my nature just to leave a body out. I have to bury it. I can't
Like
leave
a
it
dog.
like that.
Like a dog burying a bone.
No, it's like
You're
it's
still
like
glued to the ground.
it's
We're
like
not
a month thing. Like you can't. I can't leave a body.
Yeah, well,
sitting
you're
there
gonna
to
have
rot.
to because you're still glued to the ground. We're letting it expire naturally. You're gonna be on first watch from there.
I'm glued to dirt. I'm not really
And
straight.
blind.
Well, yeah, well, yeah, I'm blind.
Yeah, just scream if anyone starts stabbing you.
I forgot about that.
How Yakusha starts burying Alexis because it can't believe he's burying. Alexis just wakes up and has her head just sticking out of the ground. Anyway.
Run into water Alexis every 2 to 3 weeks.
And even she might grow into a beautiful big dragon.
Do you know how big I am?
I don't know how big
I
you are.
said
I want
big
to nominate
dragon.
Hangakusha for an inspiration for that watering Alexis joke. That was really fucking funny. Like he
Well,
definitely.
we don't have inspiration, but we have wrath and glory dice.
So you gain a glory die for that one. I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that.
Anyways,
Oh, God.
So yeah, to kind of speed things up a little bit.
we
So
want to set up camp. I
yeah.
want to reassure the civilians that they're going to be okay.
they are asleep. Is what they are.
Aw, what little angels.
Yeah. Anyway, to speed things up just a tiny bit. So while everyone else is, you will all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Cool.
Since most of you are pretty beat up, and a short rest is probably not going to be nearly enough for you to do things. Plus, it's the dead of night right now.
That is true.
Yeah.
Should I be resting first and then head out to the village then? Is that
Well,
what you're saying?
you'll be able to get it a full night's rest, but you do make your way back to the village, and you find that it is abandoned. The fires, while the fires were successfully put out, you do see a bit of the ice still ill there from the wizard, but there is no one. It's as if, and with a quick investigation, it's as if everyone that was still there just walked off.
I'm going to just look for any visible like marks or of any kind that there's like I don't know, bee sheddings? Does that exist?
Are you sure? I mean, I guess.
Like things
We-
that
Like
would
molting up a shell and everything like that.
right, anything that would like
There
oh
is
hey,
nothing.
a wasp flew through there. Okay,
Maybe
so
large
nothing of
blobs
that.
of-
There is nothing. And like I said, it's eerie, almost like they seriously just upped and walked away.
Do I see like tracks of people?
You do
walking
see
away, or-
the footsteps of like many people going off towards the east of the east out of the village, coming from the direction where you guys originally came from.
I'm gonna real quick go into the elven lady's house. Not like the mayor, whatever she was.
The mayor.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna go to see like was food on the table? Did they just up and leave during normal day prep, or was the fires like kind of when they just all up and left, or whatever it is? I just wanted to see what type of sign of life.
Well,
I find
most
in
of the
that
food
village.
was out for the party and the celebration of saving of the village. In that front.
A damn good job at that we did.
Yeah. But as going through like looking through the house in general, the two of you Iris and you look around the house, and a little bit of a odd peculiarity is what you see. The items that are in the house do not seem to have any personal connection to the village chief. Like a lot of it just feels very generic in a sense. Like you have the couch, you have the bed, and everything like that. But there's no paintings of like family members. There is no memorabilia of like homes of like the past. It's just kind of very plain.
You have got to be shitting me.
That's really creepy.
It's okay. Do I find anything that's out of the ordinary, like some person, like any type of effect of any kind that just sticks out like a sore thumb?
This I'll
Like, if
have you
everything
make
here
it.
is-
This will be an actual investigation check.
Okay, can Iris?
We will say that
assist
Iris
me?
is assisting you in this matter.
19.
19. It takes you a while, but you do find, like, in the back of a walk-in closet, a vial, a large vase filled with honey mead in the back.
I sniff it. Does it smell like?
It smells like
Drink.
the alcohol beverages that you have been drinking as of late.
Why is this here? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
Shit me! No, he's not.
Ildar stands in front of his conspiracy board. What does it mean?
I honestly don't know. Maybe she has a drinking problem?
I mean, you are the village chief, but that would make sense.
You're not there.
I know. I'm just throwing my
But
thoughts out there.
that still does not make any sense.
You're right.
If everything else here is so generic, why would they be? And why are they drinking honey mead out of a vase? I would like to roll an insight, I guess. What?
We'll
is-
make this just a generic like intelligence check as you're trying to put together pieces of stuff in your mind.
Sherlock Holmes it.
14.
while the logic behind why a vase of honey mead is just randomly hidden in a closet, a walk-in closet, a thought did occur to you, and that is the peculiarity of how the honey mead was always served to you guys.
Are they controlling the population with honey meat? But that doesn't make any sense.
Isn't that just a regular alcohol beverage?
What?
Is
Now
it?
you confused me.
Isn't that just a regular alcohol beverage? I mean, it's an
Yes.
expensive one, but
The conspiracy.
But if they're only serving us the honey mead and not drinking it themselves, why is she keeping a vase of honey mead in her walk-in closet?
wait, did any of the other villagers ever deliver us honey mead?
Or was it only her, you say?
Yeah, maybe.
Is the... No. Wait. What?
She's
is-
the queen.
No, but... What I'm saying is... If that's the case, then why was it only Hangyakusha that got controlled, if other people also drank it? I know River didn't drink it because he doesn't drink alcohol. I didn't drink it a single time. I've made someone else drink it though.
You've had one drink.
Oh yeah, you're right. The one time I drank was for the healing effects. I'm just wondering if it's either it prevents the mind control, or if it's because... No, because then River would have fucking failed immediately.
Well, maybe we should go back to the others and inform them of this.
Yes, we should.
Meanwhile, while
Let's
they're
go.
on their way back,
Meanwhile, back at the farm.
and above the nude and currently glued to the ground Hangakusha.
He still
Wait, I'm
has.
still nude?
No,
I
no,
thought we put my clothes back on.
no.
I cut his
He
clothing free. I cut it away. You're glued to the ground. We couldn't just pull down your pants or anything.
What do you
You're
mean,
glued to the
cut it
ground.
away?
Yeah, you're glued to the ground, dude. That
All you
means that
had
your
to do was
clothing would've
lift
been,
my
like,
shirt and pull down my
fucking
pants.
down. Yeah, no, I cut that all free.
How? When
I have
Khalid is
sword.
the one to do it.
Yeah, Khalid's the
worry,
one that
I-
undressed him.
Yeah, I know, but like Khalid would have had to have cut it away.
No.
Khalid
That
was
doesn't
skip.
make
You
sense.
wouldn't have been able to. Like, how would he have taken the clothing off you when you're glued to the ground?
I'm glued to dirt. It's not solid.
This is true.
You're glued to the
Hey, hey-
ground and rocks and shit, so you couldn't get up or
It's
move
not
around.
rocks. It's
No,
dirt. I'm
that's-
clearly looking at dirt.
Yeah, there's dirt, twigs, and
let-
everything. His hands
There's
are more
no
glued
solid
together than.
ground.
Yeah, his hands and his feet are more glued together, so he can't
Yeah, so
really
how are
stand
you
up and
supposed to
move.
take clothing- Okay, you want to argue this on me? Lay down right now. Keep your palms and your feet perfectly flat with the ground, and take off your shirt. Oh wait, you wouldn't be able to. You'd have to have someone else do it for you. The
Exactly.
point is that you still can't take off a shirt if your hands aren't like coming off of
They
contact. with
can
the ground.
lift me up and easily take it off that way.
We'll worry about the ramifications of the actual
Like,
thing
did you
later.
cut him free, or did you like go through all this impossible effort to take his clothing off?
What impossible
I
effort?
didn't take his clothes off. I lifted like the shirt off, up, looked underneath. You don't need to fucking take someone's entire
Yeah, you
clothes off.
freaking weirdo.
Why would I need to fucking strip him of all of his worldly possessions just
Just
to
because you want to
investigate?
see the naked body of Yakusha River doesn't mean everyone else has to.
I was gonna give him the Hangakusha outfit I made in my disguise kit, but I guess he doesn't need it, so I'll just keep that.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
mean,
so
remember, he did it
what
before.
else is happening at the camp?
Well, I don't know. I can't mess with Hangakusha right now, I guess. Well, I could, but it's just I don't. You just took the fun out of it. So I'm hanging out with the dwarf, like hottie.
Is there
Am I
any
up-
like food supplies that the bandits bandits left behind?
It seems that they took the food that were normally reserved for them, so basically like their standard rations that every person has. There's still plenty of food for those who are no longer in the world of the living. So there is food there for people.
Hey, Alexis.
Is it just like ingredients, or is it just rations?
Like trail rations and everything like that.
Okay.
Nothing fancy.
Yes, River?
Did I do a good job at playing bad paladin earlier?
I don't know. I've never seen a bad paladin.
You were a little over.
Obviously haven't seen it.
You were a little over the top, to say the least. But you
Who
did.
the hell is saying that?
Irina is saying that.
Aren't you in the village still?
No!
Iris! That's Syria! That's the dragon girl! The fucking little
Oh, I'm
one!
sorry. You all sound the same to me.
Oh my fucking god! This is gonna be a walking joke.
I hate it here.
You scared me. I forgot that you were still with us, lady.
I haven't gone anywhere.
I put a hand on her shoulder. I'm really glad you haven't. And then
Oh
I
my
sleight of
God,
hand
you're
plucked hair.
You're so creepy.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
While he's doing that, am I unglued?
Fuck, I love having expertise in sleight of hand.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What are you grabbing again?
Just some of her hairs, this way I can, like, you know, copy her later if I need to.
So, no.
How do you go about grabbing the hair?
You know, like, I've just got my hand on her shoulder, and then, well, she, like, probably looks over to check the hand on her shoulder. I sleight of hand with my other hand, reach up and just pluck something really quickly while she's looking away, so she shouldn't see it.
In that
I
sense,
keep talking the full time, too.
in that
Like, I'm
sense,
doing-
like she sees your hand and she slaps it away.
Oh, the one on her shoulder?
The one coming towards her head.
Oh, okay, then I use the hand on her shoulder to pluck some of her hair, as she's preoccupied with that
That's-
hand.
It's important to say, an important trying to say is that she deflects you in that regard, and as you turn, your hand brushes in her hair, and some already loose hairs come out.
Cool, I got them. I'm gonna add them to
Yeah,
my
you
inventory.
got them, but she does not let you physically touch her in regards to like her head.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey,
Yeah.
whoa, just trying to pat you on the head for a job well done, lady.
Do you have no concept of personal space?
No,
Not
I
at
really don't.
We've been trying to teach him for a while.
She looks towards Alexis. I'm so sorry for you.
Oh, you have to wait.
Honestly, I find it a really strange concept, actually. People here are so private. They care so much about things that don't matter.
Okay, so you're saying that So saying that where you're from, you have people come in and look at you when you're naked.
Yeah?
His village is very weird.
What's wrong with that?
I go on to say his village is very interesting. They worship a giant owl.
Oh my god,
A
no, we're not
giant
doing
owl.
this again!
If we're not.
That is quite interesting.
In
But-
any event, yeah, no, this whole personal space thing and people being so, like, I don't know, self-centered or self-absorbed is really, really new to me. Nobody seems to, you know, want to do anything with each other.
So you're saying that, and she starts walking up towards you. You don't mind it when someone does this, and then she grabs your balls.
Ah!
Is this what you're Is this what you're talking about? This is
Wait, is she
okay.
doing it painfully or?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
like,
she's doing it painfully.
Ah, no, that's actually hurting someone. That's wrong.
Hold
And
on, hold on, hold on.
I'm gonna like.
Am
you
I
know-
unglued? I want to know if I can
No,
see
you
this.
are.
No, you're
glued.
still blind.
Oh, come on, man!
You hear it all
I'm
though.
hurting you. I'm not hurting you by doing anything. You're hurting me.
Yes, but
That's
there is
different.
something called a woman's pride. For one.
What do you mean a woman's pride? You're just grabbing my testicles now. I didn't do anything to you, lady.
Yes. But if you are allowed to touch me, then I'm allowed to touch you in any way that you want. Is that what you want?
What? That's not what
She
I'm
squeezes.
saying
She
at
gives a
all.
little twist.
Ow! The way I touch you doesn't hurt you. But yes, you can touch me any way you want as long as it's not hurting me. If she's gonna do this, like if she persists, I'm going to get violent with her again.
She lets you go. Saying like, well, just know this: there are people in this
lady,
land who
God.
are sensitive about personal space.
Yeah, I've noticed. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Then you should learn it. There are some people who do not like having others see their bodies. There are other cultures that, if you see a naked individual, it ruins their chance for any sort of courtship, or other romance.
Wait, is that true, Alexis?
I've sort of looked away at what's happened here, but you see me, like, even though my head's sort of turned, I nod.
Oh gosh, well I definitely don't mean to make anyone uncomfortable or ruin their chances at, courtship or anything. Like I said, it's just weird to me. Nobody, hugs each other or holds their hands or shakes or, kisses the homies. I don't say that loud.
Generally,
Generally,
most of what you listed there are for when you get to know the person, become friends with them, and develop an intimate relationship with them to begin with. For people you've just met, going up and being all touchy-feely is no different than someone grabbing your balls and giving them a hard twist.
River tilts his head and looks to Alexis. Is that true, Alexis?
What is this session turned into?
A lesson for River.
I was gonna say, I guess so.
Oh gosh.
I will say also that
Hold
Khalid
on.
and Iris return here at the tail end of the conversation. So
This very clearly doesn't apply to things, though, right?
then that's called thievery. And
No,
while
no,
it is true that bandits steal, generally some bandits steal from...
I understand that concept. I more mean like things that are attached to people, like, hair and stuff like that aren't really items and they're not using anymore anyways.
No, that's perverted.
What do you mean perverted?
Okay.
Mind has expanded.
I believe a thorough lesson is needed before we do anything.
Can I be freed from?
You're not coming near me again, lady. I already know that you just want to do the bad
I am
touch
not
on me.
going to come anywhere near you right now until I explain how normal society in this land works.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry to get a
In the meantime, it seems your friends are back.
Oh, hey, yeah. What a convenient topic change. Hey, guys.
As much as I like laying on the ground, I'm starting to get itchy.
That's great.
Yeah, it's-
I can't help but notice, Khalid, that there's not a crowd of villagers behind you.
Yeah, Clee said he'll be right back.
Yeah, he did say he was going to be right back.
I can't help but notice, Iris, there's not a horde of villagers behind you.
They're all gone.
Like, gone?
Like they've walked away. Their footprints are heading off in the direction from where we came from, into the village. But it was as if everything was just abandoned.
So everything to the east, then.
Pretty much.
And Khalid and I saw and heard a buzz go to the east, and we know that they can mind control people, I guess. So I'm guessing everybody in the village got mind controlled.
That is probably a likelihood.
Seriously, my back is itchy. There's a twig poke me in the butt.
I think
want to be free.
I think it's safe to say that your friend is innocent. In regards to not being of his mind.
Like, I like nature much as the next guy, but let's get into places.
Well, I'm sorry, Hangakusha, but I just learned that I'm not supposed to touch you,
God,
and I'm just gonna respect your wishes.
I see what you're doing, and I'm not gonna fucking play that game, because I know if I say it, I'm not gonna regret it.
I'm not allowed to touch you.
We'll
so I
deal
can't
with
help you
him.
out.
I will
Evil
take care
fucking
of him.
mastermind.
I will take care of him. For
Wait,
now,
did you know that nobody's allowed to touch each other here, or else it ruins their chances at getting courtshipped?
I'm sorry, what?
The
Alexis
entire
told me.
conversation is River was trying to steal Arvina's hair, which he did
No,
succeed.
no. Leave it in
Oh.
context for the character would know.
Oh,
Alexis told me.
correction.
It
I
depends on the
thought.
tradition.
I
If you want, I can fill you in later. For now,
no, I'll be completely honest. I do not really care to try to delve deeper into his mind, so
a fair point. Anyway,
it seems like the mayor of that village may not be who she said she is. Or at least maybe her allegiances have already been swayed.
Marvox did say that we shouldn't trust her.
We found a vase of honeymead inside a walk-in closet. I do not know if this is something that can be used to mind control people or give someone an in. A door inside someone's mind for these wasp jackets, but perhaps there is a possibility.
Sure she's not distressed?
did you bring the vase with you, or did you leave it there?
No, I brought it with me.
Okay.
May I see that?
Well, of course.
She takes it and kind of takes a whiff of it.
Fucking chucks it.
No, she doesn't show you.
This
I'll show you.
this does not smell like normal honeymead. It's faint, but it has been laced with something else. So it's highly possible that, yes, she could have been poisoning everyone with this honeymead, allowing their minds to become more susceptible to outside forces.
And I've been drinking a shit ton of that.
And that would explain why you fell under a sway so easily.
I mean, knowing that you just met River, can you blame me for drinking all?
To be perfectly honest,
You-
no, I can't.
I
Didn't you
mean,
and,
to be very honest, Han Yakusha, if you're worried about River, you really shouldn't be drinking, because then you are not fully aware of what's going on and will have a
I
harder
drank
time.
enough to tolerate.
Hangakusha,
Do you have a drinking problem?
didn't you and
No,
Philandra have a
you have a
sexual
drinking
relationship?
What?
What?
I walked in on you that one time.
What?
What?
Him and Philandra.
What?
What about it?
Didn't you guys have, like a, what's the word for it? Constitutional relationship?
Constitutional relationship? I don't even know what that means.
So it's only a legal relationship? I'm very
No,
confused.
I'm confused.
After, in this land, after you get married, you know how you constitutional your marriage?
Do you mean
No
have
one's
sex?
married.
Yeah, have sex. There was a fancy word for it that I was trying to use to sound smarter, though.
No one begged.
I mean, you guys were pretty close, weren't you?
We was just talking.
Maybe her seduction of you is why they were able to take control of your mind so easily. You
I'm
should really
gonna
be more careful with things like that.
But the River.
Okay, I'm going to go continue working on the antidote for the blueberries, if you don't mind.
Can you pour me some of that?
That's who I'm making it for. And Irina's gonna walk off and continue boiling water.
Oh my god.
Well,
I'm gonna try get some rest.
Nope, you lost the DM.
Ah, I'm here.
Oh wait, did you lose me? Hello?
I lost you. Oh,
Lost me.
we lost River.
I hear him.
I'm here. Yeah, we lost River because River's avatar disappeared too.
Oh, that's weird.
A second.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it disappeared.
Yep. Well, we'll use this as a small breaking point in the narrative. So we'll be right back. We're gonna take a small break and then come right back to this.
And we are back. So, picking up right where we left off, while everyone settles down for the night and the brewing of the antidote for the blueberries is underway, River. Elandra,
I'm River.
yes, Elandra,
Who?
Irina. I keep calling her Elandra. Why do I keep doing that? That's on me. We need it.
Well,
I'm a
weren't
DM.
gonna take-
I am a DM. I have too many names in my head.
You're gonna DM. Who's he sending a direct message to?
River, as Irina is going to walk up to him and say,
So, shall we have a little conversation
About what?
about how to interact with this society at large?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
I start to wiggle on the ground.
let's start off with you telling me a bit about your culture.
Well, like Alexis said, we worship a giant owl. I dance for it to appease it so it doesn't eat our entire village. Everyone knows each other. We're all fairly close. Yeah, that's basically it. It's on an island out kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's very little contact with the mainland or things like that.
Wait, are you saying you're from the Misty Isles?
I don't know if that's what you call it.
Where is there a lot of mist and fog around the isle? Around the island in which you live?
Sometimes I guess in the mornings, River says, shrugging. It's kind of hot there.
Interesting.
I'm not used to the cold.
Well, if winter is approaching quickly, I'm actually kind of amazed you're not freezing right now.
I am.
Well, perhaps that, and it would benefit you to know a little bit more about general human culture, so to say.
I'm
Is he
human.
not human?
Human culture
Like,
in this land, to be exact.
I think it's kind of rude that you just called me not inhuman there. That's culturally insensitive.
I'm apologize.
I'm sorry I missed that. It didn't sound like an apology, though.
I
River crosses
apologize.
his arms and taps his foot.
I apologize. Did not mean any harm by it. But
Forgiven.
just as your actions are normal to you, sometimes the words in which one speaks may also seem odd.
Huh?
You are very straightforward, are you not? With what you're trying to
Oh,
say.
yeah. Absolutely.
You will find that there are some who speak in euphemisms and other...
Question.
Yes?
What's a euphemism?
A euphemism?
I gotta get that definition up.
Is it like an innuendo?
No. It is a
I'm all
mild...
about innuendos.
No, it is a mild or indirect word or expression that substitutes for a different meaning. Something that could either lessen a more harsh or blunt statement to be a bit more embellished
Oh, so it's like an analology.
What?
in some regards, yes. I'm actually kind of interested in how you know such a word.
Analology?
Generally, those are words used by scholars.
I mean, it's storytelling, right?
In some aspect.
My culture is all about telling stories. I'm really good at it.
Then tell me about this owl god of yours.
Oh yeah, he's known as the Great Hoop. The Grand Hooba, really.
Oh my god. fuck?
And
And Drew says back to her,
what is the legend behind your god?
"Oh, well, every night as the sun lowers, it actually lowers out of fear of the Grand Huba. The
Go ahead.
moon
Go ahead. Make a
rises."
deception check.
I'm not done. And
Well, when you're done, go and make the deception check.
And every evening the moon rises, and that's one of the Grand Huba's eggs, and it hatches into the sun. The sun runs away at the nighttime as it starts because it's the Grand Huba's children, knowing that the Grand Huba ever catches them, they'll get eaten and then relayed into a new egg.
Whoa.
And so I have to dance in order to distract the Grand Huba to give the sun time to escape.
There. Go ahead and make that deception check.
If he succeeds, so help me God.
I'd like to use a glory die.
No!
Go ahead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use
Oh
one.
my God!
Shit.
What?
15.
So, if the moon hatches into the sun because the owl god has
Grand Huba.
the Grand Huba has relayed one of his children, but you are to distract them. Is it just a new egg every night, or is it a
Oh yeah, the Grand
reincarnation?
Huba slays poor Slake, you wouldn't believe.
I see. Well, there are certainly interesting things. So what element do you think that he would be serving under?
Element? He's an owl, lady. They don't have elements.
So most likely the sky god.
Uh-huh? What?
We're going deep.
In Cestria, the standard belief is that there are 6 divine entities that govern the land.
And yet you've never heard of the Grand Huba.
What the fuck
No.
are you talking about, Clay?
Well, you know, it just sounds like you're uneducated then.
But also, you are uneducated in the religious beliefs of our land as well, are you not?
No, I know all about them.
Go on. Please elaborate then. I'm quite interested.
Okay. The Sky God, the Earth God, the Time God, what are we at? That's 3, right?
That's 3.
Yes.
And there's 7?
You really don't know anything, Ain, do you?
No, I really do. I really do. Listen, I'm telling you, well, I'm counting the Grand Huba in this, obviously. So there's 7.
Then what are the other 3?
The Water God.
Go on.
The People God. The Dragon God.
What?
It seems that some clarification is necessary so that you don't accidentally piss off a very devoted individual at some point.
Uh-huh.
Paladin, Alexis, is that correct?
Yes.
Would you care to assist me in the explanation of how our religion functions around here?
Wait, why does this sound like the intro to a porno?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I think Alexis has been debating converting to the Grand Huba.
I pull out my stick.
Your stick.
Oh god, not the beat stick.
Wait, you still carrying that stick?
Of course I'm carrying the stick.
Oh
the,
my
the, the
god!
stick to ward off the owls. Yeah. Have you guys all forgotten about that stick?
I didn't know he was still holding it!
Good stick.
Oh my god! Never
Any-
pointed it out!
Tell me, Paladin.
Oh.
To whom do you
What did
swear?
you want to know?
To whom do you swear your oath to?
Oh, hang on.
You don't know.
No, I've got it written down. I just can't remember. Wow.
River looks to Alexis and just whispers, "Hooba." Just tell her Hooba.
Asuka.
$5 says that's the dragon god.
1 second. I'm gonna send you a DM real fast.
Am I not looking at the right one?
I believe we sent it. Let's see.
Come on, Alexis,
Where did
don't you
I-
want to be a Hoobian? That's what they're called. Hoobians.
This is tough.
Oh yeah, on the 28th, I sent you stuff.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was Asuka, the goddess of light.
Yeah, the goddess of light, but also the fact that
Oh,
Oh yeah, the goddess of light. Yeah, I said that one.
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'll repost it right here for you, really. There you go. No, just double check that real fast.
God.
It was a small.
oh, you. I see what she was asking now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. All right. Anyway, hey, so.
I guess technically I have not sworn my oath.
Well, Alexis, I've got good news for you. The Grand Hooba accepts oaths of all kind.
I swear to God.
A paladin. So you are a paladin who uses the divine magic, yet you have not sweared your oath yet. That is truly remarkable.
Reincarnated God calling it right now, and I pat him on the back.
I don't think it'd be that complicated.
I mean, that doesn't really sound that complicated to me. Reincarnated God pats Alexis on the back again. Alexis, when you come into your divinity, can I have some really cool stuff?
It's a bit more simple than that.
Dibs on being your favorite concubine.
What? What is happening?
I'm digging for gold is what's happening.
I feel like you're thinking of something else.
I'll give you a glowing knife for that one. Damn it! Oh my god.
Well,
Look, their names are even similar. Alexis, Bosca. Both have a K.
wait, I thought it was Huba.
No, for like the goddess of light thingy majigger.
You mean Asuka?
Yeah, them. Reincarnated God, saying here now. Well, goddess, I guess.
Yeah, Asuka's,
Wait, what?
Asuka's a woman. And if anything,
You
And so is Alexis. The similarities compound.
said both had a K.
Oh yeah, in my language, we write things a little differently. It's more like flowy and shit. And
flowy.
I write something in the ground in Elvish as I write Alexis'
actually had to-
name.
I actually had to look it up. I'm like, did I spell my name with a K? Like, where the fuck did I put that in there?
Not only I don't know if you've noticed, he's really bad with names, and now you find out why. He writes everybody's names in Elvish.
Mind fuck.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I really am dyslexic. Like,
This is Elvish. You
This is how strong my fucking deception check is, by the way. Rather than believe that I have mistaken your name, you will believe that you spelt it wrong.
I believe that's Elvish you've written there.
No.
Well,
Yes.
it's a little bit
No.
an older style.
That's how I write things.
Tell me, can you read this? And she writes out, Oscar in Elvish. Yes, but the handwriting, you can read it, River, but
Yep.
it looks dramatically different than your writing.
What? No, you've done this wrong. Here, hold on. And I add I erase a little bit and rewrite Oscar. Phonetically, it now, in Elvish, common Elvish, it spells Bosca.
Ah.
And the source of River's misnaming everybody is now found.
What the fuck?
That explains it. Your writing
You're
style.
an idiot. You're an idiot. That explains it.
No. Tell me, do you recognize this runic symbol? And she draws a symbol on the ground, and it is a ancient elven sigil. Not
What
sigil.
name?
Rune. So it's an ancient elvish rune, and you do recognize it.
What's it mean? Where do I recognize it from? Is it something that would have been in my village?
It would be in your village. It represents.
Oh yeah, that was all over the island.
Yeah, it was specifically. It was on the chieftain's little hut, and it basically
I'm not
it basically translates to chief.
Yeah, I can read that.
Did you know that this rune is nearly 7,000 years old?
No, you just made it.
No, you just made it.
I'm
Technically, it's
talking
second
about
old.
the history of it, the writing of it.
I've
Not
got
necessarily
tons of
the
that written on me.
not necessarily
Well,
the fact that I've written it a long time ago.
The history of it is that you just wrote it in the ground.
Yes.
Anyways, River slips down his vest a little bit to show more of his tattoos and of how he has the word love written on one of his arms.
Wait, what says on the other arm?
Nothing. On the other arm, it's just runic sigils and stylings for protection and adventure.
Ah,
Well, not that you would know that.
To be perfectly honest, I have not seen runes of this era used in a long time.
Well, we use them all the time.
I probably would know if I can fucking see.
Oh, that reminds
That's
me.
a real crying shame.
That reminds me. Here, and she gives instructions to Iris to apply the blueberry antidote to Yagusha. So
Step one: boiling water over his head.
well, there's some other ingredients in it, but it's more or less dabbing it on there. So in about a minute, you will be free and be able to see again. The water smells very bad, though.
What did you do to this water?
Just bear
There's
with
shit
it.
in it.
But I
This
see.
almost smells like the shoe.
It seems that the people of your island utilize an ancient form of Elvish in their writing structure, despite the fact that you speak Common.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm telling you, that's not Elvish, he says, pointing at what he's written.
Well,
I know.
Well, when you meet an actual elven cartographer and anything like that, you're bound to see the difference.
I'm an elven cartographer.
Oh,
Isn't cartographer maps?
This is true. No, I picked the wrong profession. Sorry.
Linguist.
Yeah, I was really confused there.
Linguist.
I think you mean.
You,
I think
you
you
mean
I mean, to be
cartographer.
fair,
Yeah.
I
I
did
think you
take
mean
quite. To be fair,
philosopher.
you guys did give me quite a beating.
Don't use that as an excuse.
Yeah, excuse you, miss. I think I took a bigger beating.
This is also true.
And my brain still works just perfectly fine.
Fine.
I was meant to do that. Anyways, Alexis, you basically Oscars.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, why not? You're a
Exactly.
badass. You spread light everywhere you go.
Well,
You got that whole goddess aura about you too.
well, perhaps a little bit more explanation on the Divine Six would be beneficial to you as well.
Oh no, I don't care. I only care about Aloxus now. Can I call you that? Because like it's a blend of the two names.
Alexis.
I don't think it is a blend of the two names.
Why not? Aloxus. It's pretty close.
Well, perhaps a better explanation is needed. In the
I
land
really
of Cest-
don't want one. I'm pretty comfortable in my deductions here.
Very well then, and I guess to use a euphemism, Udin, the god of what Ada, will bless your ignorance with I can't think of a good use.
You kinda
I can't think of
shut
a.
off.
This is me. This is me, the DM, who can't think of a good euphemism right now.
Lady,
This is why I wanna throw something.
maybe we did hit you pretty hard because you're not coming up with any good analologies right now.
No, oh, I'm not. It seems.
Oh my god, stop ignoring that he's saying analologies. That's not how you say it. Jesus fucking Christ. He just goes,
No, I
yes,
wasn't
I
saying
agree. It's
that.
like, Khalid's just looking on from the side like, why is no one saying it? He's saying it wrong. It's completely mind-boggling. Lady,
Khalid.
please.
I noticed it, but you just see me laughing.
My deception is so high, they're questioning if I'm pronouncing it the correct way or not.
You made me check the spelling of my name.
Anyway, but what about you? Ooh, as she addresses you, Khalid.
As the second her attention wanders off from me, I wander off physically.
Wow.
What about me?
You don't seem like the adventuring sort of type.
He looks down at himself and at his heavy armor, his crossbow, his other
Right?
crossbow, his whip,
Threats?
I mean, in regards
his
to
hand axe,
I mean, in regards to its
his
your-
other hand axe.
The eye patch.
I don't have an eye patch.
You have an eye patch in your picture?
Yeah, in the picture, but that's not Khalid.
Oh, I just assumed you look like that.
No, if you look on the Twitch, however, and you look at the D&D Beyond
Sidebar.
add-on, you can the sidebar. You can actually see the image I use for Khalid.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
He has goggles,
He does have goggles.
so he's clearly the protagonist of a Digimon show.
God damn it.
I had to. Anyway.
And what I mean by that is, you don't carry yourself like a traditional adventurer.
With all due respect, lady, you don't very much look like a bandit. And I do not know how a adventurer would appear to be an adventurer.
Your
There are many kinds of adventurers.
and your observation of me is quite correct as well. No, I do not start off as a bandit. Nor was it really a...
I would hope that no one starts out as a bandit. That would be
Well,
really weird if someone was born out of
I was
straight out of
born
their
in
mother's
crime.
womb, but then just came out and went, "Yeah, give me all your money, lady," and then robbed their mother blind. No, that doesn't
uh,
happen. No one starts out as a bandit.
well, according to the stories behind the new bandit leader, that's exactly what happened. Man was born to steal and plunder.
Far away.
He was born in darkness, molded by
Uh,
it.
right. What does this have to do with me not looking like an adventurer?
Most adventurers have a sense of arrogance around them. At least the ones that I've seen.
I take offense.
He just raises his eyebrow. Ah. Lady, have you met like one adventurer in your life? There are many types of adventurers, just like there are many types of mayors and politicians and bakers and anything. We are all very different, but also very much the same.
At least the ones that I've encountered. Fought and had to deal with, primarily.
Do you think that any of my other compatriots are arrogant?
Looks towards River with the somewhat questioning eye.
River is not. River is
used
not
to.
arrogant. He is ignorant. There are two very different words.
Originally I thought he was arrogant, and then just listening to him in general proved otherwise.
I can hear you guys talking about me.
If you want to physically remove yourself from a scene, remove yourself from a scene. Again, I do not see what this has to do with how I carry myself. Is there a question on your mind that you wish to ask?
It seems like you're running from something.
I can see.
Aren't we all running from something? From our past or into a different tomorrow? But all of us are content with staying our entire life in one place.
And that you are very much correct. My apologies for trying to pry.
As for me running, I am not running from something, I am running towards something. It's just that it's going to take a while before I can reach my destination to where I want to be. Which is why I take on these odd jobs and take on the bodyguard role of an individual who is very questionable, but I believe that is the road I need to take in order to reach my destination.
Well, if we had anything other than water to drink, I would give you a toast.
Well, we do. It's just that the drink that we have available is probably poisoned.
Probably poisonous. Probably shouldn't drink it. If anything,
And she takes it and kind of just starts dumping it out onto the ground.
if anything, it probably shouldn't exist in the first place.
I start to bury the body.
Perhaps you can hold off on that.
It's
He
been
did
bugging
say-
me for hours.
He did say that there was a specific place he wanted to be buried. Should he die?
You gonna take me there, or you just because I have to pray this?
Unfortunately, it's closer to the village, which it's a little late.
You know,
It's never too late to bury someone.
if you wished to bury him, You could have said so from the start, and we could have left together. We just got back from the village.
Is this towards
Me or her?
Yeah, it was towards.
I mean, River says, coming back, there is something else we could use his body for.
No, River. No. No.
If you're talking
Please.
about using it as a distraction or as a bait.
And
Yeah,
also,
absolutely.
please do not tell me that you're going to copulate with it.
No, absolutely not. But we could definitely use him as a bait or a distraction. You know, he gave his life wanting to fight these things. Wouldn't he and Death want to do the same?
We should not use a dead body for such a thing. It needs to rest.
Yeah, but he didn't want to rest yet. He died entirely unexpectedly when you killed him.
Which was not my fault. It was
No,
out of
I
my
get-
hands.
I mean, it was in your hands very heavily, but yeah, it wasn't really your fault. You just failed. So,
Which is
Wouldn't
only
it be
right for
good?
me to bury him.
wouldn't it be good to have him
Correct.
rest after he accomplished what he wanted?
Your friend is actually quite logical and correct about this.
Who? Which one? Me or him?
Which
You.
we
Bro, you gotta explain these things.
It could swing both ways here, lady.
You are correct, looking towards River.
Yeah. He'd want his body to be used for something. He didn't want to rest yet. And it sounds like he was willing to fight at any cost, right? I bet that wherever he is right now in whatever afterlife, you know, toiling away underneath the Grand Huba, he'd appreciate if his if he
Mr.
had one
River,
last act.
if
Yeah,
I
yes.
could come with a suggestion that does not come at the cost of defiling a corpse.
I don't think it's defiling a corpse, really.
This is definitely defiling.
I look over at Irina, who knew him best.
Well, anyway, if I may come with a suggestion that does not involve defiling his corpse, why do you not just assume his outward appearance?
Oh shit! I've totally forgot I could do that.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! Hey, you're right. Oh my god, that'll really fuck with the bees, wouldn't it? Holy shit! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get started on this right away. And I kneel over his body and I begin taking samples.
You know,
Please,
I can't believe-
please don't do that.
Why? I can assume his visage and be this horrifying creature from hell for the Waspians.
Yes, but also that would be considered a. Oh my god,
I don't
my
think
brain.
you would need to take his body parts in order to do that,
Just
do
take a
you?
piece of hair.
I gotta get it
I
down
heard
right.
from I heard from one of the men that you actually, from one of the bandits, and it's that you were able to very accurately reproduce the form of one of the other bandits, despite
It's
having
tiny dick.
never
Literally
seen
saw me in
him.
that disguise, lady. And then I just went boop, turned invisible, and ran away from you.
I'm talking before you encountered the camp.
Well, anyway, I believe that it's a moot point. River, you do not need his hair or his spit or his blood in order to make a convincing disguise. You are using magic, no?
Well, yeah, but how is it gonna stand up if one of the Waspians wanted to have sex with me or something?
They are not
Why
going
would they
to
want to have sex with you?
That is, first of all, they would be wanting
Why
to be
wouldn't they
having
wanna
sex.
have sex?
They would be, but they're not trying to have sex with you at that point. They would be trying to have sex with an emotion to the corpse.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I gotta make sure I get everything down right to cover for every eventuality.
They are not going to do that. They wanted to kill him. That's why they made Hanyakusha do it.
Yeah, they wanted
Yeah, and
him
if they
dead.
kill me, the spell would drop, and I'd be there on the ground in my own body again. If I have a convincing disguise underneath the spell, then it means even if I have to drop the spell
You're
for whatever
not
reason, I
going
press
to
them
Wait.
die. Would it?
What spell are you referring
Well,
to?
it's so nice of that, Khalid, that you believe in me so much, and I pat him on the leg.
Wait, what spell are you referring to?
Disguise self.
You do realize that if you are killed while in that disguise, you will still be dead.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to fuck you guys over with my own incompetence. Unlike someone I could mention, and I glance over to Ungakushan.
The point
Oh.
is that taking samples from a dead body is a form of desecration.
I can ask him for
His
permission
bait is
first.
not.
What?
I can ask him for permission.
You can ask him for permission.
Yeah, of course.
You have the ability to speak with the dead.
Well, I mean, everybody does. Hey, buddy, can I take stuff off of your body? Cool, thanks.
What?
See?
Wait.
Make a deception check
My God.
at disadvantage because no one believes you.
I'm not even trying to lie to them. I'm just saying, like, yeah, anyone can just speak to a corpse if they want to. It's not
I mean,
different.
technically, yeah, but like, no.
That's like Hung
Ah.
Yaku's saying, technically anyone can kill anyone.
So,
I know,
So
it's
you
just
might do
exactly-
it.
so basically, what you're referring to is technically we can all be trees. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
I
basically.
mean, I'm
At
not
any
ready
moment,
for
you're
this.
one bad spell effect away from being a tree. Let's be honest.
This is true, especially if you
What?
have no real control over your.
Wait, what? I have been traveling with you people for so long, and I can just randomly turn into a tree because of
Well,
magic.
I don't.
Oh yeah,
Do
at
you-
any moment, Killy.
Do you use magic?
No, but he uses
Oh,
magic.
then
What if
you're
something
fine.
goes terribly wrong, and then I suddenly turn into a tree because he tried to turn into a mouse?
Oh yeah, that could totally happen.
Ah, I believe
Magic's
my
very
services
volatile.
are no longer required, and I shall head back into new adventures.
Well, I think we all probably should get some rest.
Anyways, I think I've got enough samples off this guy now while you were all talking.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'm gonna work on my disguise kits. That's why I have proper prosthetics and such set up. I step away from the body that I've taken some flicks of skin, a little bit of hair, some fingernails, and I definitely licked at one point when no one was watching.
I have been
Sick.
boozing about this
You're,
conversation.
you're sick.
Jesus.
You're absolutely sick.
I'm gonna
I
go.
have to get
I'm gonna go to
pieces
bed
out.
now. Before any more of this nonsense continues.
You-
As I'm
you
gonna
brought-
just like, I'm done.
You brought
Meanwhile, Iris
Did
has
you-
been asleep this entire time. Alright, well she went to bed after releasing Angyakusha, so
she saw Hung Yaku and just got really sleepy.
yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, have a good night.
So before we close out for today, is there any sort of last minute prep work you guys want to do before the night long rest happens?
Well, yeah, I'm absolutely like setting up my disguise kit to look like Markov, and then I'm also going to, when no one's watching, set up his body so that's why I could manipulate it with string and puppetry if needed.
One. The
Make a stealth check doing that.
What's scarier than two of the same person that you had killed earlier?
Make a stealth check doing that, please.
I'm probably gonna like head straight to sleep and pass out almost immediately.
let me double check some passive perceptions real fast. just real fast.
I'm waiting until they're asleep.
Well, you gotta also have people keep a watch. Remember?
That's true.
Yeah. That's
And the party's not foolish enough to give me solo watches anymore, sadly.
yeah.
Is it?
Namely, looking up everybody.
If anyone catches me, I'm just gonna look at them and say, we don't bury our dead on my island.
Just leave him there.
Pretty much everyone sees you trying to do it. Everyone has a 13 or higher passive perception.
Yeah, I just say that we don't actually bury the dead on my body. No, and we don't just leave them there either. We act out their life.
What the? Fuck!
That's not too weird. They've done that in other.
Well, I'll say that in the time that they were brewing the antidote for the blueberries, and that Khalid and Iris were off going at the village, they arranged the bodies in a way that makes it a little bit more like ceremonial presented. So they're not just like corpses lying on the ground being just dead. And they actually have like they're laid out. The weapons are laid across their chest and everything like that. So they are presentable, but they're just not like, you know.
Why?
I don't know why. I just do.
I walk up to the bandit because I forgot her name already.
Don't worry, I forgot her name several times already.
I'm saying I forgot her name.
Need to
for
stick
the
around
fact
after
of
the
the
session because
mindfuckery
I
conversation
don't
we
know
had.
what for a second.
Yes. What are you doing?
I'm going to like, I apologize for what happened, what I've done. And if you want to punch me, that is fair.
It is a trying time. We'll worry about that at a later time. For now, I'm gonna get some rest.
I also want to know, I have high respect for you for everything you just did today.
Thank you.
But with that, we're gonna go ahead and call that a day for the session. So next week, will be the actual like hopefully the actual finale. We had a lot more fun role playing today than originally planned, but it works out at the end as long as everyone had fun, right?
Yep.
In some
Oh
regard.
no!
But don't go
My body
away.
will never feel the same.
Yeah, don't go away just yet. We are going to go raid a friend of mine, KMS Malin von Spree. I believe that they might be playing some more World of Warships. And yes, Nera, I have seen your comments. I told you we would talk after the session, because talking during the session is one of those things that just like I don't want to have a distraction of talking to the audience while my players are doing something. My focus is on my players first, chat second. So
Hey, he's talking to you, Nero. There, yeah.
yeah. So
think
I will be messaging you in a few moments. In the meantime, yeah, Madeline, her stream is just starting. So stick around for a little bit. We'll have some fun. Next week, you guys are gonna go. Oh, they're playing Contact Collection or something. No, Azure Lane. They're playing Azure Lane. That's what they're playing. Whatever.
Ooh,
Ship Girls! Because that's what Madeline is.
Ship girl!
Yeah!
It's fun times. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see you next week. I will have a schedule posted for what I'm doing next week up by Monday, both on Twitter and on Twitch itself. So, with that, thank you again, River, Rayleigh, Hyagasha, and Pune.
Hey, no, thank you, Hida. I really appreciate you running these games.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun being a player for a change. As a forever DM, it's nice to be just able to play a character and be strange for a bit.
You're strange even
You
then.
get to
Very
inflict all of the torment you feel as a DM on others.
Yeah. On the bright side, you guys at least can see that there are reasons for why River is all strange in different areas. And I do put a
Indeed.
pretty heavy thought into his backstory to explain certain things.
I thought she was winging it most of the time, but now that I'm seeing it, it's just... Wow.
Anyway. So yes.
Hey, thank you, Twitch chat, for saying so.
So let's. So with that, we'll see you all next time.